Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glista Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small co-educational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both male and female, who are actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Today is Monday, May 29th, 2022. And welcome back to Conversation. I think this one is number 19, as me say. I like call it podcast. This is me, Jelly, as usual. Or you can call me Glista or Prince. Whichever one you like, it don't really matter to me. Because some swing it. Anyway, anyone want to call me. And on the line today, we have two very special guests. It's special for me because the man know each other and close to each other from when I go to school. One of them, Clive Edwards, was a pivotal member of that momentous 1982 Sunlight Cup winning team. He was the opening fast bowler. And every time I remember Eddie, I can't remember Eddie, I said, Jelly, just give me that ball and I just lick down that boy there, So remember that loud and clear. And on the other line is Eddie good friend and a man who was also around on the Sunlight team in the same era. Chris Ferguson. And everybody have them story. Chris did play upon the 83 team with them simply a couple of games. And I wasn't at school, so I don't quite remember. But I love talking to people I don't know. I never quite remember so good. And Chris, I'm glad you introduced yourself back to me and I respect that. Say come in. So I'm going to have my co-host today. Dante might join me, but Freddie is still away on umpiring duties. But we'll go through the same way, because there's a conversation and the three over there. Eddie take out time out and busy work schedule to come do this, and I appreciate that, Clive. I appreciate that. And Chris, I'm glad of the work you do here, sir, because without you, this would not happen at all. So let's make sure big up and tell us, you push for this, Eddie, come on. I'm going to get on Eddie a long time, and make sure you come in and just come and do this. I appreciate that. So, introducing yourself. Eddie, Clive Edwards, Eddie Pyle, as I say, go first.
Yes, Jelly, Clive Edwards, Meadowbrook old boy from them good old days,
Yeah.
Cricketer.
What year you start Meadowbrook? Before Chris introduced himself.
1978.
78, all right. I left what year?
I left 84.
All right, cool. And Chris, introduce yourself, brother. What year you start and what year you leave?
Chris Ferguson. Yeah, me and Eddie, man. Enough memories. But me and Eddie start first farm together, 78.
Oh, 78, okay. Cool.
And then we graduate 83, but me repeat fifth farm. That means Eddie repeat too. So, because 84 we graduate too. So, me and Eddie was in the same class all the way through.
Oh, but you never play upon the 84 Sunlight team, though.
Eddie played, yeah.
And play upon the winning 84 team, man.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Remember me play upon the winning 84.
Well, we're talk about that, Eddie. We're talk about that. That's why because a long time in there, almost 40 years, we can't remember.
Yeah, man. Remember the match they done with Calabar, man.
I will lick them for 4x4. Do I get to that, man? Or is
That was a game in a Jelly.
We'll come up to that, Eddie. We're not going to pray that. We'll come up to that. Because the first question I always ask them on them, when them come in, was, Eddie, I must start with you first. Since you're the senior statesman, so you play upon 2 winning Sunlight Cup team.
Yes, I.
So I'm going to start with you. Did you choose Meadowbrook or Meadowbrook chose you?
Well, Jelly, you know, see, I made a broke choose, my brother.
What you mean? Tell me how that go.
Guess what? All right. My aunt live in Patrick City, but normally she go up there now, and she go talk to Mr. Top until Mr. Top says she have a nephew who come in our school. So true, me have some cousin used to go to Meadowbrook already, and she say a good school, so she would have liked me go there. And that's so the history start. Me going on to she going and talk to Mr. Top and he give me a little interview, and that was it, you know.
So Meadowbrook chose you then? That's what I said.
Yes, brother.
Are you happy that Meadowbrook chose you?
I'm happy, brother. Real happy, you know.
So you never take no common entrance or no. Meadowbrook just pluck you out of there and say, boy, come in as a Eddie.
Yes, come in here, so, you know.
So, I'm glad to hear that story. So, what school did I go before? You just start with the aunt?
No, man, no, all right, I started in St. Catherine first.
Yeah.
I mean, used to live with my mother first, but I want to tell you, so my father, he dropped out from early, so me eventually ended up spend some time with my grandmother in St. Mary. So after I live at St. Mary for a while now, then me eventually come back to Kingston, come live with my aunt. So the Meadowbrook connection, but you know.
So you know what? The dreaded common entrance at all, Mr. Top.
Yeah, man. They take the common entrance, or me never really successful with the common.
Okay, that's how your aunt got make sure you get a place.
Yes.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you, Eddie.
Yes, bro.
I hear you. All right, so Chris, the same question to you. Did Meadowbrook choose you? Did you choose Meadowbrook or Meadowbrook chose you?
Yeah, Meadowbrook was a natural choice for me because at the time, I remember I used to go to Tarrant Primary, and then we moved to Meadowbrook. And I started going to Dunrobin Primary. And so when I did the common entrance, Meadowbrook was my number one choice, simply because I live right near Addington Drive, so walking distance. So yeah, Meadowbrook is, you know, when I came out on the list for the common entrance, Meadowbrook was right there.
Okay, so you chose Meadowbrook and you passed Meadowbrook.
Yes, sir.
All right, I hear it. So before we go back to Eddie, so when you know about Meadowbrook before you come there, you just choose it because it's near you, or you just like the school?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, at that time, I wasn't big in sports. I wasn't big in academics. I just a normal looking youth going through the motions, you know. When I was growing up, I grew up in Greenwich Farm. And so all of my uncle and thing, they all went to Stats.
Yeah, right beside Greenwich
and
Farm.
So that was my family legacy, Stats. But then we moved from Greenwich Farm to Meadowbrook. And, you know, when we moved, I want to say it's like right around the time when that's the year I did common entrance. So moved to Dunrobin. So it was like the perfect timing. So I really wasn't there long enough to establish any loyalty or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my family was really big on all that. You know, I grew up with my grandparents. My parents had me when I was teenagers, so they kind of followed the picture. So just, you know, it's my grandparents raised me. And, you know, again, Meadowbrook was just the closest thing, and that's where they wanted me to go, and it just worked out.
Yeah, I can't see that because it's so close. It live at Addington Drive there, so I just walk in distance. I like a 1, 2, 3 that you don't have to take no bus. You know, you just walk come right to the school.
Right.
You know, not about the school, but you just want to come to the school. So Eddie,
Yes.
The first day you come to Meadowbrook now, what impression you get at the first day? You never come there with your auntie, come talk to Top. Yeah, when you come to the interview for Top, you did talk to Top himself, Mr. Top?
Yeah, man. Me talk to Mr. Top. Me go in his office and him interview me and everything. So when school start now, me start the school. That was during what? What time school it starts? September,
yeah.
Yes, me start school and me. Why? When you come, it was like a totally different thing. Cause you see some big man at school where you never used to. You know what me I talk about, brother? Yeah.
Man, if you come the same day, he has a big grey beard man, and I say, how old is he?
Them time them little boy is still in our brother. You know?
Yeah.
Eddie was one of the bearded man them.
Why? Me can't even remember them the man in our brother. I mean, never really know them man. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But it was a good experience, and it's like it take me a little time for fall in, but after a while, me start meet friends and me a man start move. You know?
You say clean. So your first impression I say you come in and you see some big man. It kind of frightening for you, and I say, boy, some big man there, you come in at some big man things. So, let me ask you something. What impression you get of Mr. Tarp when you talk to him?
Well, Mr. Tarp was a strict man, brother. You know?
He was a
disciplinarian man.
Okay, I hear you. Yeah, a strict man. I hear you. Yeah,
man. And you see him, saying that in the joke business, you know?
Yeah. I hear you. So, Chris, what was your first impression now you come up on the campus? You never come up on it before. Eddie did come there before and him come on when a whole heap of man at the place. What was your first impression?
No, I mean, it's that I didn't come on before because older boys in my neighborhood, Richard Dyer and enough of them, Patrick Turlong. I mean, enough of them youth from the neighborhood. So, I mean, I used to come over to Meadowbrook.
I say you used to live on the campus sometime. I said,
yeah, you step on the campus, and if they have anything of the bottom field, I mean, it's a community thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being part of the Meadowbrook community, I got exposed on that level. But when we show up for First Farm, I mean, just like with Eddie, it's same deal. I mean, we all started off. I remember it was Clive Edwards and Kurt Campbell, Everton Rick. Remember Boom, Eddie?
Yeah, man. Remember all of them.
Everton Ricketts, Michael, Kevin.
TC?
Yeah, man, TC, man.
Yeah.
And Horace. You remember Horace Moore, all them, man.
Moore. Yeah,
Peter McPherson.
Mackie, yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So
but we everybody connect as First Farmers. Me and Eddie connect right up front.
Yes,
right?
man. Yeah. Me and Chris are brethren up till this day, Jelly. We never lose it, you know?
For some, yeah, man, I tell when me and him talk, I never have known that.
Even when me live at Jamaica and him come here and the army, the man always come check me, Jelly, them time. Yeah.
I never know that, Eddie, but that good. That good. Every now and then you walk up on a one good friend, a lifetime friend, and them think they're good. And Meadowbrook facilitate that in a whole heap of way.
Yeah, man, it was great, brother.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah. So you come on, as you say, you name some other people want to come on. So who like Marston never in a year and them man? You come before Marston?
I believe me come 1 year before Marston, I'm not sure, Jelly.
I saw it, 78, 79. Okay. So, all right.
But remember cracking when we just come them and remember we used to play a little cricket right at the little concrete.
Yeah, man, concrete. Yeah, let me ask you about that. So you come to Meadowbrook now. Did you ever hold a cricket ball or a cricket bat before?
Yeah, man.
You did love cricket, I got to say.
Love cricket, man. Love cricket.
Cricket are yours. So you come there and know for ball and bat?
Know for ball and bat, brother.
So where you learn that skill there?
But when we used to go primary school in St. Mary.
So you mean. Yeah, big time bowler.
Yes, man, from school days. Bowling was my thing. I never used to like batting, Jellica. Afraid of the ball, brother.
The ball, lick. So about you, Chris, you come to Meadowbrook, you never have an ambition to say you're going to be a sportsman because Eddie come like him come in and I say him love the cricket and like Eddie have ambition and I say, yeah man, him can't play that cricket. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit more carefree as a youth. So, I never hold a cricket bat or a ball or kick a football or none of that.
Oh, really?
I used to be in the kitchen with my grandmother, Miss Mills, learning how to cook. But my uncle, I don't know what kind of cricket he play. I think he used to play for JDF. I remember one day this is like, I don't know, about second, third farm. And then, like I said, all of my friends, them, Eddie and them, everybody played for that team. I don't know if Eddie used to play Colts, but I mean, most teams that they play.
I play Colts, man. I play under 14, everything.
Yeah, well, I'll come up to that, Eddie. I'll come up to that. But go on, Chris.
Everybody, sorry.
No, you go ahead, Chris. Sorry, go ahead, man. Yeah.
So everybody around me was into sports, so it's a natural progression, right? My uncle, he used to play cricket, and I remember one day we had a driveway, and him go, "Hey, you can play cricket?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I can play cricket." So I'm a right-hander batsman, and he give me the bat, and he throw the ball at me, and it's okay, go ahead. And I remember when I'm a right-handed batsman, you know, and I lead off with the right foot. Picture that.
Yeah.
And him start laugh after me. So from that point, him take it and take me, hold me, and him teach me the technique. You know, you leave your right hand, you leave with the left
foot. Yeah.
And then over the years, we played enough cricket on the asphalt. Pepe used to live on the road with me. As a Richie Dyer, Courtney and Ron. So we played enough street cricket. And so that's how I really developed. And then, you know, then the dread kind of took me under his wings. I mean, I remember it was class cricket or house cricket. And he just really kind of recruit me and really develop it. I mean, it never really blossomed into like what you guys turned out to be. But I remember, you know, he really grew me and put me on the squad.
Yeah. My first respect the dread for that. The dread I give him a whole heap of man chance because attitude is more important than anything else, man. Once you have the right attitude, you're going to be part of the dread team.
Right.
I remember that, Chris. I remember that.
Yeah.
So, Eddie, you come in, you know, and you say, the first time you see the big man in my play, what's some of the man may look upon and say, you remember cracking, you say?
I remember Jago and Beanie. I can't forget Beanie.
Why?
Beanie was a little short man.
Yeah. So, a ball pace, and you say, oh, the second man a ball pace?
Yeah, because Beanie, my saying, was a hard rounder. I never forget it, you know?
Yeah.
But them time you never used so popular with the cricket yet, Jelly.
No, you just a watch. So
I mean, me never really see how did popular, you know.
No, Eddie. No, but you're right. Hold on. You're not saying nothing when everybody know, Eddie. Me never met the Sunlight team till me repeat fifth farm. So the first time I met a regular member of the Sunlight team, and when me start captain the team now, me I get a regular game, which is 81. You follow me? I said to you. So you never go see me. Me there around the team. Me I'm not a big batter and a big bowler. Me can't run as I don't know. But me there around. You see me, I say me love the game. Me love the game like Chris love the game, man.
Me Dougie Crook, so man, them time.
Yeah, man.
Dougie,
yeah, man. You see Dougie I lick the ball, you have to hide when you see the man I lick the ball and cracking a ball and everything there. Yeah.
Never forget ball cracking. It means the man, every man fear.
Yeah, man. Cracking a ball pace from, I think cracking a pace Sunlight from first farm, and I come on Sunday, so I'm going to ask him that and make the correction there, because I think cracking are one of the, in my mind, the best fast bowler will never make West Indies team. As some see more good, this is how good the rating me give him, because cracking a ball good from first farm. But so you come in now, Mr. Year did at the time, I think at the first year Mr. Year come. When the first time meet Mr. Year, Eddie, you go first.
Guess how me get round to the cricket now? You see Becky?
Yes.
Becky did know, Mr. Beckford did know my auntie good.
I never know the connection there, Eddie. Tell me about that, yeah.
Yes, so when me know Mr. Becky, so when me go school now, me tell him, say, Mr. Beckford, you want to play cricket in a brother, because me can play cricket. So me get involved in the cricket, and then from there, so now him and Mr. Year take me on, so, and them say me can play, me can bowl and bat, you know?
But me never know that. You know, say, me give big respect to Mr. Becky, because, you know,
yeah, man.
Me not play no cricket at school, because Becky come and pick a team based on merit, man. Me can't stop picking him up, Eddie.
I Becky it really bring me in the cricket up there, you know. But you did have the potential and everything.
Yeah, kind of good, right. So you, Chris, when you get involved, you at the dread recruit, you have an inside track like Eddie, we have a link.
No, I'm not really had a link because I really wasn't a natural talent. They had a group my talent. And to be honest with you, by the time the dread recognized my raw talent, was, like I said, stuff I pick up off of the street with Eddie and them. Because, you know, we used to play our own cricket on the same concrete slab outside, behind the TD and the woodwork shop.
Yeah, man, right on the top field. Yeah.
I mean, even in the summertime when school outstar, you know, I remember I used to go down to Eddie O's, Eddie come up to Meadowbrook. But, I mean, we used to play scrimmage and, you know, this eagle ball and cricket. So, I mean, so over the first 2 years or so, you know, I developed to the point where, I mean, I'm just watching you guys. I mean, the old, like you said, you know, the older team, guys like you and who else was out there, Goosey, you know, the older guys. Them let me know. Come back to me later. But you watch enough of it because, like you said, we win the Sunlight Cup
82, the first time win.
So 78, 79, 80. So that was weird on it. But even before that, I was exposed to it. And we used to have class, I think as early as first farm or maybe second or third farm, we used to play class cricket.
Yeah, and we used to, farm cricket. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah,
and then we used to play a host cricket.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So I think that's where the drift, because host cricket was arranged for everybody from first to fifth farm. So I think that's where I was in Gartshire host, and I think that's where the dread first brought me in. So I was able to make the 11. You understand? So I was out there at the wicket, and so that's really how my thing got developed. Star.
So you, Chris, what impression you get at the dread the first time you meet him? It's a year.
Well, there's a little bit of resentment on my part with it. Now, looking back over the years, I can see exactly what the dread represented. Because, like I said, was I as good as the guys on the team? Probably not. But did he see talent that he wanted to harness and develop? Yes. And even because I ain't gonna lie to you, when I was a youth in school, I mean, I used to out there be doing all kinds of stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing. Craveny and Rapmans and Red Hill, and you know what I'm saying? and some other things. But and then, Mr. Becky and I remember Mr. Deans. Mr. Deans was another guy.
Yeah, the commerce teacher, Mr. Lennox Dean. Yeah.
They used to try to get me into football. I remember one boy, sports day, or what do they call it? Forget what they call it, but he tried to get me to run the 400 meter.
Sports day, yeah.
I'm out there smoking cigarette, and he was ticked off. But
I was farming at that time there, Chris.
I think I was in about second farm. My brother ended up winning 4 gold medal in them. My brother was fast, and they wanted to groom me like that.
You mean you know my brother got medal broke?
Yeah, Andrew Ferguson.
I never know what say brother. I never know what brother. I never know that. Yeah.
No, he run that champs and all the way. If not even older, him younger. But
younger brother, younger brother. Sorry, yeah.
And them capture him early. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I think I don't talk myself out of your question, Jelly. But
man, I ask you about the dread, man. You just want anything will come to
my impression.
Yeah.
My impression. So my impression after a while, like I said, the resentment was based on the fact that I never met the 11. But the 11, I remember I used to post the results. Because you used to practice. And there's a bulletin board right over the building right across from the cafeteria where my office used to be. He used to put the starting 11. So like we used to play a Saturday match sometime. And if you don't make, if you made the 11, then you put your name up. I remember I always used to resent not making the 11. At the time, I couldn't understand why. But I wasn't disciplined enough, and I wasn't skillful enough. You know what I'm saying? But it never alienated me. I remember one time we went to Stats, and after him named the 11, and him see the disappointment on my face, I remember him said to me, hey, he give me some money and say, hey, go buy some bully beef and some hardware bread. Remember, Eddie? And for tea time, that's that responsibility him give me. But I tell you what, that was a level of responsibility anyways, Dread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't out there batting and bowling. I mean, so I think him used to try to include everybody, Dread. I mean, for me, I remember when we got our gear, it was a white, we used to get Brooks, the shoes and the white uniform and stuff. And I got mine. And so for me, that was a badge of pride. So I think even though I wasn't good enough like you guys, I'm still find a way to include, and it wasn't just me, enough of us, Dread. He found a way to plug us in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I'm up Tegrick enough my January, but if you hear a film story, because Tegrick never met no team at all. Tegrick never thinks him to make no team, and Tegrick feels so proud to be a part. Him consider himself as a Dread boy, and him like carry water, because he just wanted to be around the team.
Right.
When we win Sunlight in 82, him then at the camp in a Bina at the weight name there, because it was just a spirit there. Just like I talk about Chris. It was just a way there. Even though you not play for the team, you were a part of the team. And that's where the man have introduced and make sure that which was good, yeah.
Yeah.
So Eddie, your impression of the Dread when you first meet the Dread, what's your impression?
That man was a strict disciplinarian man. If you not work for your game, man, you're not getting it, man. You're not get nothing easy to Mr. Here, man. And may I tell you that really make you be a person, man. You understand? Him not mean nothing bad, man, but you have to work for it. You understand, Jerry? Huh? If you're a star, man, you have him not deal with no starting. You have to work for where you get, you know?
Where's the Brian Lara couldn't make field team?
No, some no feel some. Him no play like that, you know?
Tell man that all the while, Eddie. But tell man that all the while. Mr. Lara go on to West Indies cricket. I said, look, it's another job that coach, he wouldn't get no game.
I tell you, that man, they are the best thing ever come and made up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So the first match, Eddie, first competitive match you remember play? I say play under 14 or under 13. What the first match you remember play for Meadowbrook?
Well, I believe against St. Catherine, you know, but we lose the game and a whole heap of man make ducks, and I believe you see one even pass around in my classroom the day and show me the finger ducks like this. That is that first time. Never forget about that, yeah? You understand?
Go ahead, Chris, that's something, sorry.
No, me love.
But me know we didn't lose the game. That are the first.
So that's how it like under 14 or so?
I believe under 14.
And we come around and I show you ducks. We never remember. Eddie,
Yeah.
but you're right.
Yeah, man. We can never forget that thing, Jelly. Never forget. But me know a whole heap of man did make ducks.
So what would up on that team over there?
I believe
Who captain that team? Not Kevin.
No, I believe Stephen DeCosta used to play upon that.
Yeah. Can we play cricket and the younger? Yeah.
How else you used to play them time, brother?
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to remember right now. I wonder if Ferdy used to play too.
Oof.
You remember Ferdy?
Chris, you play on another 14 team?
No, I'm talking about Ferdy.
You remember Ferdy, Ben?
Ferdinand Ben.
Ferdinand Ben.
I believe Ferdy used to play upon them under 14.
You know, you may be right, you know, because maybe I'm living the young, you know, because the year before the start school, you know, 1977, Meadowbrook reached Colts finals, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Enough man I know that. I post a picture of that, you know. Becky, the coach of the team, the first year Becky had coach the team. I mean, open bats in another team there. Jago big bats, being a player on a team there. Further Ben play on a team there. Danat, Kraken, Doggy. That's a top class team, man. But we reach a Colts final.
Try to remember the man them when they played during that time.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember the man.
I understand it. But we not go stress on that because I'll come up and remember now. So, so Fergie, you coming now, you never played on a 14 on the Colts?
No, I never played none of that. They've never catch me till later on, Dre.
Okay.
So, I mean, I played enough class and form, you know. And to be honest with you, enough of that, Eddie dragged me along. In other words, Eddie was so prominent star from 82, right?
Yeah.
Even before that, to be honest with you. So anyway, Eddie there, me there. So it's like if Eddie there on the team and Eddie I pick the team, me there on the team.
Eddie, you come watch. From Eddie I play, you come watch.
Well, I mean, yeah, for the competitive part of it. But I guess my point is, I never really make any kind of squad star until the only thing that I got picked for was Sunlight. Period.
Yeah. I'll come up to that. So Eddie, you move on now to Colts.
Uh-huh.
What the first Colts match you remember play? You remember Nasser? All right. Before we go to that, I may have to one separate question. When I look on the big man, them not player now. And remember, say, when they reach the 1980 Sunlight Cup semi-final, you have memory of that?
Yeah, me remember, but me never go at the game, but me remember Ronnie, me remember Duffus.
Peggett, yeah?
Yeah, who else me did remember now?
Tony Reynolds.
Yes, Tony Reynolds. Hitchcock.
Freddie, I captain the team, yeah?
Because me start know Freddie now, you know, and when the game play, me hear some Casey, you know, play the entire the Casey, everybody say Casey a bad team because Robert Hiens a player, Shell Shield. You remember?
Marlon
so them did
yeah.
Yeah, Marlon and they have a good team. And them ball we out cheap. You remember?
Yeah, them ball out for man. I'm not sure. Remember?
No, when the team come back, yes, the team lose come. I never really get to go watch the game, but from them time then I start get more interested in how the big league bigger.
So Chris, you don't remember that much, eh?
Well, I remember, like Eddie says, we was younger, so we never really get a chance to
watch the game.
Watch in the game, but I remember. But even though you guys was out there on the campus, it was a big deal. So and everybody couldn't wait. I remember one interview. I forgot who you were interviewing. I want to say it's Kevin Reese, and I think Mr. Beckford didn't make the game, and he was planning on coming to the game. But by the time, I think it was the St. Calabar game. But by the time come out of the class and get ready for head down to Sabina, you guys came home early because knock it off early. So same type deal where whenever y'all used to go out and play, I mean, everybody on campus, we tracking it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like it was with Manning Cup. With Manning Cup, they usually give us ticket and bus us to the stadium and all that. With Sunlight, they didn't do that.
No. Sunlight was like a man really have interested in the game. I remember a friend I play. For him step up and want to play.
Manning Cup was a more hinting back in them.
Yeah, man. Manning Cup get more resources, more bucketive and all them things. You're right about that today. You're right.
Yeah, in the first farm, they used to bus us to the stadium and give us tickets.
But
Sunlight was then.
So, but your first Colts match today, what you remember I play? How year that was?
I believe against Wolmer's,
we are play against that now. Alright, so hold on, you start out a ball pace when you come to Meadowbrook?
Yeah, man, me start out a ball pace, man.
Yeah, okay,
And lower hard and batsman, You always pick up wickets, man, all the way up, all the way. I was leading bowler all the way up until me come on Sunlight,
Yeah. We'll come up to that. So, yeah. So, all right. So, when are the first year then? 81, when we just started captain the team. You didn't make that team there?
Sunlight team?
Yeah.
I believe I did play a couple games, not a lot of games.
Yeah.
I remember we did play KC down at Bottom Field and then they beat we at Bottom. 81.
I don't remember any day. I don't remember KC the beats that year there. I don't remember.
We did play a couple games. I did play a couple games, not a lot. Who used to play upon the 81 team?
Goose that's a good Cheddar upon a team there.
Yeah, Goose, Cheddar.
Diego the upon a team there. Beanie the upon a team there.
Yeah, Beanie. Yeah, man.
Still school.
I did play a couple games, like.
Yeah, so you're the surprise. What farm in at that time?
Is which farm in at that time? Third farm.
So hold on. So that never say no. So you're surprised you met the team in a third farm?
Yeah, me did really surprised, but as Mr. Year did know was a good player from back then and he used to push me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here is a man in the see me ability, man, and he used to push me a lot them times, I tell you, because I believe one day I get a game and one senior man they get bench and him push me and I said, how come you get game over this man, I never forget but I remember a match against JC down at Bottom Field. It was a hat trick I take against JC down there now.
That's a Sunlight match?
Yes, it's a Sunlight match. And I believe at the year before we win the Sunlight Cup.
That's a 81. That's a 81. Yeah.
I believe at the same year when we win Sunlight Cup.
Yeah, possible.
I don't remember, but I can't forget. Match there. Remember, Barnes was the groundsman down there.
Yeah, Reds. Yeah.
Reds. Reds was something, man. Reds. Of course, you would when we lose the game.
With them cigarettes in their mouth, yeah.
Yeah, man, Reds do some language, easy, man.
I hear you. All right, we're coming to slide over this, We don't just come to school. We're trying to teach them inspire, And the teacher, remember,
You remember a teacher, Miss Parks. You remember that teacher there?
Yeah, man.
Chris? Yeah, man. Yeah. Miss Millwood was the one. Guidance counselor.
Yeah, she was guidance counselor at the time. I just come out of Brook. She was my farm teacher. I used to teach my math. But
Miss Wiggy. Miss Wiggy was good too. Miss Wigan.
That's a mark, brother.
Yeah, she was good. Yes. And I believe Miss Laidlaw did come on after she was during the time.
Yeah, Miss
Yeah,
that was a nice lady to it. I can't vouch.
McGregor them they good to and G. Bell Nevis.
oh yeah, Bell Davis.
So,
Yeah, man.
Mr. Bell is the teacher, I look to, or you just see him on
Yeah, man,
campus?
Mr.
Yeah,
Bell
he teaches.
used to teach me geography little to man.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Me never have know that.
Yeah, man, me never forget about G, man. G.
You remember Mr. Deans?
Yeah, Mr. Deans and the woodwork. Where the woodwork teacher did name
Sheppy.
again?
Sheppy.
Huh?
Remember Mr. Sheppy?
Yeah.
No, Sheppy was metal.
And
Francis, yes.
Francis was woodwork, yeah.
And then Miss Gillis. Remember Miss Gillis?
Miss Gillis, what she used to teach, Chris?
History.
History.
Yeah, she used to shot and
Who used to teach Spanish again, Chris?
Oh man. Did Bell Davis teach Spanish?
No,
No,
man.
Bell knows how to teach Spanish, no.
Jelly, what the Spanish teacher did name again? Miss Nelson?
Yeah, man, Mrs. Nelson teach me Spanish, man. That she was teaching me at the time, yeah, Mrs. Nelson.
They teach me some Spanish.
She come on, she talk on interview will come out this weekend. Yeah.
She was there to couple teacher well, but when the standout teacher them as me tell you really I believe Miss Parks was my first farm
teacher.
Yes, I believe so. You know?
So you, Chris, you're heading at the same farm or come right around in a different farm?
No, we're the same farm. Eddie just remember more than me.
No, I'm saying the same farm, you know. I said the same here, like, you know, 1B, 2B, 3B together.
No, literally, I think it's only one or two times that we went in the same. We was always in the same. Eddie, correct me if I'm wrong. We was always in the same class, man.
He's always in the same class.
Yeah, the same class. That's the same classroom now. So, you know, I've been a teacher, I didn't remember, Chris. So, any teacher where you want to talk about, and I say, right, that teacher I leave an impression on you, and I say, yeah, I'm glad I didn't know that teacher, yeah.
To be honest with you, I want to say, I don't know if it was Miss Mason. I forget who teaches Spanish.
Yeah, man, there's a teacher named Mrs. Mason, man. Know exactly where you're talking, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she tried to teach me too. Yeah, Mrs. Mason, yeah.
Because remember, Eddie, we had two different Spanish teachers one year. Something happened and somebody left and somebody had to come fill in. You remember? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. But brother, you know the Spanish thing there me couldn't work out with me.
Oh, that's the thing, Eddie. So you see, Prince got to understand, guys like me and you, man. Spanish, you know, it's optional for us, man.
No, Spanish, hold on. Probably not hear me talk about Spanish. Today I know. I don't know much about Spanish. I know a man I say, no Espanol. That's all me understand. I speak Spanish today. I know where you live, how we live. The people surround with Spanish and them attack.
And that's the thing now in a jelly because of my job, me work at Memorial West down at Pembroke Pines and me have to know a little Spanish because...
You better be, Eddie.
just talking to the workers and the patients, them alone, me I learn a lot of Spanish.
My job entailed me have to learn Spanish, Eddie. So I've never learned it at school, Chris. I tell you, it wasn't because I said when I go primary, you know, teach Spanish at primary school, you know. You follow message, you come America, we're going to teach Spanish to them. I say, what is? I need. It's like a foreign language. Well, it was a foreign language to me, so.
Yeah, it was like me just never interested in this man.
Yeah. I remember, like, you remember Eddie? You remember like Mr. Tones, Reverend Townsend, the beat there.
Where Reverend Townsend used to teach again.
Bible knowledge in the first one.
Yes, Chris.
And then was it Beckford? Who used to do the cadet? Was it not Beckford?
Mr. Gooden.
Yeah, Mr. Gooden was a serious man.
But I'm gonna tell you, for me, you talk about teachers as a youth in a first farm and all that. A couple of the people, man, like Manios and Pekka, you know, the Sky Juice man.
Yeah.
And then forget Jelly, you remind me of the guy named the Watchman man who usually live on the campus.
Senior,
yeah. All them people, you know, them people had an influence on, you know, because those people, I mean, I remember there's times when we used to go to Pekka and, you know, the money, and Pekka would trust you a bun and cheese because he knows that the money good the next day.
Yeah. That enough man talk about that to Pekka, man. Enough man talk about it.
You know, me and Eddie, I'm telling you, me and Eddie used to be up at a little carrot, man. Eddie introduced me to Kalalu and Bun. I'm like, man.
No, but you know, Eddie, it's kind of that's something I love before and Pekka introduced it to me. So we don't have to talk about it, Chris.
No, but man, that was the nastiest thing I ever tasted. Eddie used to love it, man.
Oh, yeah,
You
so
good color, man. You know?
Pekka have some special recipe, man. I tell you. The bread and cheese. Remember the bread and cheese I made, and you want the bread back, you know, because that's the sweetest part of the bread and cheese. And I say, yeah, man.
And the sky juice, you remember?
Yeah, man, I remember the sky juice, Eddie. And you know one thing with Pekka now? It come like Pekka cheese always fresh, you know, and Pekka cut the cheese. I like him just cut the tin cheese in there. So the cheese, you know, like the cheese I had, you know, in the fridge and kind of cool up, you know, Pekka cheese just ever fresh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Him sell so much that him always have a good turnover and things them go fast.
Yeah, man,
you know?
in there. Yes, I. Yeah, man. Remember that, man. There's some good memory. Remember how Pekka. I remember, because Pekka never in the school one time, you know. And the man, them try to lock out Pekka out of the school, you know.
Yeah,
Yes.
remember that.
I was for revolt and I say, no.
Yep.
The student I said, no, man, you can't lock out Pekka. And then afterwards, the cop out of the front, Pekka used to there. And I say, all right. So Pekka get him spot inside under the plum tree at the netball court.
Yeah.
I saw right side of Mr. Cena them used to live up top tight. Because there's some Mr. Cena used to live, Chris. Film Domino's right beside the church, upside of Pekka there. So yeah.
Yeah, he also drive like a 3-wheel truck there.
Yeah, man, Pekka, right. So all right, Eddie. I can move on to channel because I know you want to talk enough about the cricket and all of it because I know so you remember enough of it. You remember more of that more than anything else because with it when you finally met the Sunlight team in 80-81, I go up to the time I can remember plenty I know and Chris too, because I want to come up to that because Chris same play on the team 83. That's the year after me leave. And Eddie didn't play on that team too.
Yeah, man.
So Chris, you never played on the 84 team. You did there at school but you never played on the team?
Chris said left or him did play upon the team.
No, I made the squad because I remember we win at Sabina Park. Remember, Eddie?
Yeah. You played on the squad. Yeah.
I played on the squad. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come up to that. We'll talk about the first year we win, Eddie, because I remember that. So 82 started, I know. We remember the most about the 82 team when they just start. Did you at any time think when they started playing 1982, so we're going to win Sunlight?
We see after we start get far in the season now and nobody can beat we know Jago. I mean Jelly. At that
Jago call the name, so go ahead. Yeah.
At that time we realize nobody, and then we start get stronger and man start, everybody start perform. We had a good team them time, man. Who used to give us some tough game? I believe Tivoli they give us one tough game down the bottom.
Tivoli was the toughest game for me, Eddie. The first game we played was Camperdown, right?
Camperdown.
Remember that good, I'm going to make 88 at the first side, the closest I ever got to make 100.
That match say you did make the 88?
Yeah, man. First time I captain the team, Eddie.
Yes.
I remember I get captain of the team, 81, Jago and Bean still at school, and the man they play Sunlight long before me. I seen them man, them as far as me concerned. Now, but in terms of that, say them I play cricket and make the regular team before me. So when the Dread give me captain 81 now, I'm kind of surprised and I serrated. So when I play the first game, I skipper now, I serrated.
I 81 you did get the captain?
Yeah, man. That's the first time I captain the team, 81 the year before I win. The first year I captain. I
remember that match against Camperdown.
Camperdown, Eddie. I say, Chris, if you remember that match,
on late cut right.
Yo, Eddie. Out that keeper glove there, you remember?
Me don't forget. Them time I don't believe me did play the game, but me did.
They on the squad and watch and I say, yeah, man, some late cut out at the boundary, run down at the bottom of the Eddie. 88, me make the day, man. At the highest, me making a Sunlight, in my mind. Are the best in terms of innings, and not in terms of character. The one who play against in the finals are better innings of character. But in terms of just the ball that lick off of the bat, and the best the ball ever flow off of the bat for me, man. 88 the day. 12, when we reach 50 Eddie at 12-4 me lick, man.
So who else did play upon that?
Jago and Beanie to play upon that team, man. And
so who was opening back?
Chris Cheddar and Goosey. I don't know if Goosey decided to open, but Chris Cheddar did play. Christopher did play. Chris was opening back.
That was opening back from them time?
Yeah, man. And Sims. And Sims. I don't know. Goosey used to Goosey come one down. I remember, no, me there attack. No, Cheddar bat number 3. Come to think of it. Cheddar about
Goose
number 3. Yeah, Cheddar used to open some of the match, man.
One to Green.
Green about number 7, man. Green about number 6 or 7.
One to him, Jelly, come number.
You know, him one of the man that me I try to find. I gonna ask about TC. Me I ask the Green and the man that can't take my Green there, but some man I come from a shot to when me talk about Piggy. Because I'm going to do a program and I just talk about Piggy. Even though Piggy not there with you no more.
Me know, man. He was a great.
Yeah, man. He was inspiration that to me, man. Because he was my vice skipper and we have to talk about him every time. So the first match, you remember the first match, Eddie? We remember about the first match, even though he not play.
It's like, me I try to say, our first game there, we did win that game.
Yeah, we win that, man. We win that easy, man. Win that game the easy, Eddie.
And who was the bowler them time?
For we?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, Diego and Beanie are playing now. Diego, Beanie, Cracking the Ghana, Excelsior at the time. Cracking never played that year there.
Cracking the left and go Excelsior?
Yeah, Cracking left hand. That year, he go play Excelsior with Wild and Patterson and Casey. They beat them in the final. Yeah, man, 8-1.
Who did beat them?
Casey beat them in the finals. 8-1. So Cracking them did. I don't remember what, but Beanie and Diego did there. I don't even further bet they played that year there. I don't remember. And I don't remember Goosey that played 8-1. I don't remember.
We did have one guy named Pele. You remember that guy?
Pele, Henry Johnson. Yeah, man. Yeah, I bought some PS. Yeah.
He was a real good bowler.
Pele used to play. You don't remember the match, Chris? You never come on that match, eh?
No, not really.
You don't remember that match? Okay, all right. I'll come up to that. I'll come up to the match you remember. So, Eddie, I thought what the match. So, which match you remember the most? Because I come to the finals. I know Chris remember something about the finals. Because I want to talk about that. Which match you remember the most before we go to the finals? You talk about the Tivoli Yard match.
All right. I'm going to tell you a match where we go over Diego, go play one game one day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man must see the left hand going a cane field over bro. You remember that match, Jelly?
I remember that match. I was wrong with it.
Mr. Year get bad, man. You remember?
I remember that, yeah.
And I remember, I never forget that. The man get, Mr. Year get bad and say like him and say, no, never was supposed to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
When did make we do after the game, Jelly?
Next day, no, I never make we do nothing. The next day we run, we barely drop out, Eddie. Run go up in the hill, how much 100 times, Eddie? The man trying some drill training like a camp with it, Eddie. A camp with it. Remember that match, man? A kid piece match, eh? Man, I don't quite remember who I would play, but because you remember all them things that I did. You remember a certain game. You see what I said to you?
Remember them little things that stand out, you know?
So we'll come up 82 now. The first match we played against in 1980. You remember that game that we play?
82?
Yeah, man. You remember the first game we play?
Who will they play, Diego?
GSC we play, man. The junior hall.
Down a bottom field?
Yes, yeah, man. Yeah.
And junior hall and who else in them did have them?
Them have Jimmy Adams that play for them at the time, same man.
But you know Jimmy couldn't make no runs anytime he play against me.
No, man, you have him ticket on the full field.
Play against me, send him back, man.
Between bottom part, they are running for a long time.
Always between the bottom part.
Remember that, man.
We play JC and we win that game, and then who else?
We play the tough game, I remember that game they made it, but the tough game I talk about that the Tivoli Garden game. And it's after
that was the semi-finals?
No, that was again. It wasn't semi-final. Semi-final, St. Catherine no play. By the time it was we play Tivoli Garden on a bottom field. And to me personally, maybe you would know this. Why the Tivoli Garden game is significant to me. Tivoli Garden is always a tough team for beating.
Yeah, man, they play, and plus them the fighting spirit.
Yeah, man, the fighting spirit, right. And then
I mean, like the community where them come from, man. Is
yeah,
like,
man, them coming to them, I go fight. Them I go fight it. Yeah. Literally, them not give with nothing at all. And at them they beat you in the 77 quarters finals.
Them,
them they beat you, so although with the whole man on our team, they have dengue. Becky talked about that on the podcast earlier. I never knew that. You know, so we're going against at a disadvantage because it's never postponed the match. So when I play back Tivoli Garden again, now we make 120.
At 120 within me.
We never make no whole heap of runs, around 106 or something like that to make it. And Tivoli, we have to keep it tight and we bowl them out most of the 90. It was a close game, man, but we win. After we win that game there, in my mind, I feel so we could have win this thing, yeah. You see me, I said to you, until we reach the semi-final now. And then, by the time we reach the semi-final now, I say, right, but you tell me, what do you remember after that? Because phone interview this. What do you remember about the semi-final first, and then the final, the 1982?
You say a same catching we did play. Which part of the game they did play?
Over Kensington or Lucas, I forget which one.
Kensington. All the score did go, boy.
We make 190 already.
Yeah?
I'm a ball catching for a little bit, yeah, man. Make 190. You take a couple wickets in that. And
me always take wickets in that. And me can't tell you about me never forget the finals or so. Alright,
we'll talk about that. Chris, you remember anything about the final? But you talk about the finals, you remember Chris before Eddie?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, the 82 finals, both of them are Sabina Park. And so for me, it's like a blur right now between that and the 84. But what I do remember from 82 years was, in fact, TC was not, you know what? When we first started off, TC, when he first formed with us, TC was part of the big boy posse. So, you know, we used to have Curtis and Rudden and Goosey and you and Sims, and TC was right up there with y'all. I think Cheddar was 1 year ahead of us too, but TC along the way ended up with us. I guess repeat one of the farm.
Yeah. I say mean. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I remember the blend. I remember that was the year that Dread really start putting, you know, guys like Eddie and Reese and
younger man like the team, yeah.
And him start blending, you know, the I think him use, you know, like some of y'all was left over from 81 when we lost. But I think it was predominantly the younger cadre of dudes that came up and really balanced off that team. And then by the time 82 rolled around and, I mean, a lot of y'all were gone, that young team just kind of emerged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That young talent that him really kind of developed and groomed just kind of emerged, man, and just like took over. But yeah, 82, that's all I can remember, Dread. I remember the Sabina Park experience. In fact, that was the year Pepe was my neighbor, and and we knocked them off, I think.
Yeah. Well, I talk about that. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. We make 216, remember? And but Eddie, what you remember about the match? Tell me what you remember. We're then at the finals, I know. But before I go to you, Eddie, Chris, I remember playing a Sunlight finals for the first time. What that did mean to you?
It meant a whole lot. I mean, like I said, because, well, let me ask you this. Was that the match that either it rained and then have to cover the pitch and we resume play? That wasn't the same match.
No, that's the 86.
That was the 8. That was the
84. Yeah. One of the matches I'm watch. No, it wasn't a match. No rain never fall in that 82 finals.
That was the 84 finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. What that really meant to me was, to be honest with you, Star, is, you know, I'm gonna tell you, guys like you and some of them other names I call, whether it be, you know, Goosey or whoever. For us as younger youths, you know, you guys were legends, you know, really, in our time. And then just the opportunity to be able to blend some of the guys that I come up with. Like I said, I wasn't on the squad then, you know, but then, you know, I wasn't even that thing. But just to see some of my classmates playing alongside some of the legacy players, the legends, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, even though y'all didn't win it in 81, but the name, the fame that's when we really start to emerge as a formidable force on the Sunlight scene.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you think about like JC and KC and some of these other schools that's been around since 1920s and all that, you know, Meadowbrook was what, 1958, whenever it was.
Yeah, man, 58, that's right, yeah.
It was a new school, and then cricket was never really a thing before 81. And so to finally, it wasn't a fluke, 81, to get there. 82 were there and win it. Yeah, that meant a lot.
So it mean I will leave to you, Kaya said. And then more important now, your friend a play on the team, your friend a part of the team. Even them I'm a big man. You say you know man we are play upon this history making occasion, and you say. So Eddie, let me ask you the question then. How you did feel when you play amongst, as Chris put it, bigger man than you? How you did feel the first time you come in and you play with that? You never played cracking?
No, me never play with cracking.
You never played cracking. You just see my ball and thing. Yeah.
Cracking.
Yeah.
Never.
So when you come in now, in the squad now in 82, you're saying a fourth farm, and I say, right, and what farm Sims did in? Sims did in a year above on the Gary Sims.
Well, I believe Sims did in a year above us. You want Chris?
Yeah, he was a year above us. Him and TC,
Yeah, him and TC was the same year. Yeah. Like in a fifth farm or so, right? Just a start.
Sims and the Tracksman, them. One Sims and Tracksman, them used to be in a farm. Sims and John Muir, all them, man. You remember them, man?
Cheddar, hear that? Yes, you're right. Cheddar, yeah. Christopher Cheddar with a fifth farm.
Yeah.
Cheddar was a year older. So, how you feel, Eddie, you play amongst big man, as they call it?
Well, I feel great, brother. I really feel great and show me true potential. That's why I'm a year process with me. Because I realize, I feel great for play a sub-minor part. That was the real thing,
All right, so the woman cricket in Jamaica, because at the first year I play a minor.
Oh, you meet that your first, brother.
Jelly. At the time, that was a home of the cricket in the West Indies.
Well, yeah.
Nothing else. What in the Trinidad? Kensington over?
Trinidad, Queen's Park over.
Queen's Park.
Yeah.
None of them, Sabina Park was the premier, man. Even all the West Indian, them used to love coming to Sabina Park, Dread. So, yeah.
But them time it was Kingston Cricket Club where they use as the pavilion. You remember?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think George Ellison just finished, and Kingston Cricket Club were used at the pavilion today for the weight name. But I don't want to brush it aside, When I realize, when Meadowbrook win the Mullipa Trophy in the 1980s, West Indies cricket team was the most dominant cricket team in the world,
Yeah, at the time.
So we are winning at the time when everybody want to play West Indies cricket, You hear me? I tell you, so it's a significant. It's not like so we win West Indies cricket weak like now. I said, sure. We win at a time when our cricket, when West Indies cricket was the most dominant, and no other team, and the most dominant sports team in the world for 15 years in that era, them man. We look back on them, it's a significant thing we do this, man. But that's why I want to talk about. That's why I love to talk about them things I did. Sometimes I remember them things, Chris. I think back and I say, but that's true. I realize it was a big thing, yeah.
But man,
go ahead, Eddie.
Mr. Here, man, that man, he was a outstanding man at the school, man. You remember, Jelly?
What do you mean if you remember? What do you mean if you remember, Eddie? What do you mean if you remember?
That man, he was,
Yeah, but you got to say something, Chris. I'm going to come back to you, Eddie. Go on, Chris.
No, what I was going to say is you talk about the golden years and you reference 82 through 86. But when it's all said and done, 81 we got to the finals. So really the golden years really start from 80.
No, we got the finals 81, Or the semi-finals in 80. 80.
Okay.
2 years before we got the semi-finals 80. 81, we missed the semi-final by 1 point. Being tell me that, I never remember that. So you're right. So the golden year start. You're right, Chris. In my mind, the golden year start from the Cold Steam reach the finals in 1977. The foundation is built from this up.
Right.
You follow me? I said to him, no, man, that never last for me, man. So that bunch of man that would play with me on a Cold Steam there. It was the foundation for we launch to a cricketing success and a sporting success, because the success what we do in a cricket rub off on the rest of school, where it make a significant thing. It made a big difference in terms of the psyche of the school. So Eddie, what you remember about the match? You go to Sabina now, how you feel the first time you die Sabina now, and you you're the opening bowler.
All right, here what really happened. We did bat first,
Yeah, man, we bat first. Remember that, yeah.
And may I tell you, it's like Piggy and the Calabar man, them,
Yeah.
Always have a little competition thing,
Yeah.
Always. But me I said, the score we make was a reasonable score. You remember?
260. I can't forget that.
But one time the Calabar man, them second down man, and they give we a little fight. You remember?
What do you mean when Cameron come on the next day? And I say,
yeah, man. Them did give we a little fight, and plus them did have one cap. You remember what the captain did name the left-hander?
No, he wasn't the captain at the time, man. The captain was a brother named Michael Smith. The left-hander.
What is stocky left-hand guy?
I think I know Washe. I know we attack. I know exactly where you attacking. I don't remember his name.
I remember, Jelly. Remember, me did on mid half, me I tell you, the bowler was bowling, and me I tell you, he hit back one, and when the bowler couldn't catch it, and when it reflect off of the bowler, I remember me the dive and come up with the catch.
Oh, I mean, Eddie, I can't forget that catch. I know exactly what you're talking, Eddie. That was like a man change. Yeah, man, remember, I left on that Utah Batman and slapped it. Yeah, I forget his name.
I know you did that ball, Jelly.
I never remember, Eddie. I don't remember if I me or go see that ball.
I never forget that catch them, man. Come I tell you, them two man, they did sit down and argue with a little
look at them, man. Come test the runs, yeah.
Yeah, man. And they so from we did break that partnership, them we say yes, we did have it under cover, you know. Yeah, man, that was one of the mean standout thing. Remember,
the catch where you take it, yeah, man, you dive and take it off of the
man, I tell you, the man lick the ball hard, you know, brother.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bowler just is like the way he lick hard, man. The bowler just I don't remember if I did a ball spinner or go see and me see it, you know. I say, brother, this is a drop, you know. I tell you, me jump. I say, we not, me tell brother, we couldn't lose the game. You know?
So, what do you remember about that match, eh?
All right, one next, Goosey.
Yeah.
Goosey performed well in that game.
Yeah, man. Goosey take 5 wickets, I think, and then make 40. Goosey was the second scorer. Yeah.
Outstanding in that game. You know?
Yeah, man.
Otherwise, when you was a batsman, Goosey was really stand out in that game.
Yeah, Goosey make 40. Yeah, I remember that. Man, Goosey put on like a partnership fun. So, Chris, you did the other match from the beginning?
To be honest with you, that match was a blur right now.
Oh, you know, quite. I hear you.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna. I listened to some of your other podcasts, and the level of detail, what impressed me, to be honest with you, the level of detail, man, that you guys are able to retrieve, man, it's awesome, because all of your memories really was my memories, and just listen to y'all, it's memories it's in the back of your mind. You can't retrieve them readily, but when I hear y'all talk about some of that stuff with specific detail, it's like, whoa, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't recall some of those specifics, Dred, but as y'all talk about it, boom, I'm right along with you.
Yeah, but you didn't hear the match, though. You was at the match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I say, I'm looking at the final. Hear me, Eddie. You remember the catch of Piggy Tech for this Miss Cameron?
Yeah, man.
Are you there, bowler or Goosey?
I believe on me, they come back and get him. You know?
That's why I asked him. I say, if you remember that.
Yeah, man. I believe they come back and get him, man, because remember, they change up the bowling and me and come from a George end. You remember?
Yeah, man. Remember that, man. Inside edge, and go down the leg side and pick it, dive. Matty does a rat to catch, pick it, take for running one, man. Because if we never get to them, they come and give me one, they have to score there. I remember.
That boy there was trouble on him and Pepe. You remember Pepe too?
Yeah, but we didn't get rid of Pepe from the evening before. I remember we get 2 wickets in that evening, Eddie. We make 200. And Pepe make, I don't know how bowl Pepe the evening, you know, Chris. Because I don't know some of my bowl not the easiest bowl I got face, you know, Eddie. Anybody could have bought my ball, Eddie. I'm going to throw up the ball to Pepe, and Pepe come with a far defensive, and I'll mirror the wicket and lick over. Mess around. Eddie, you remember that? The evening?
Yeah, man, remember the evening, man, where they get 2 wickets, man.
Yeah, man, Pepe, and I think Baker, the captain of the team, I hear before. Yeah.
Baker is captain 83.
83. I remember 84, right. A Perry captain 84.
Yeah, Perry captain them.
I remember, yeah. I remember that school, so I'm not quite sure about that.
83 game we lose to them in the semi-finals down how it go?
83?
Yeah, man, we lose to Calabar in the semi-finals down Kensington.
I don't remember, Eddie, because what happened 83, them change up the zone in like a 3 separate zone, and if you win, it did us harder for make it in a 83. Remember
then they beat with down Kensington. And Perry did play that game.
Remember. So alright, so after I win the match on the first match on the win now. So you, Chris, how that make you feel now when you win, when you finally beat Calabar? And you have Pepe for brag to the next even when you go home. How that make you feel?
Well, I mean, from first farm start, whether it be Manning Cup or even so like, for that specific match, I mean, bragging rights always. I mean, just the fact that, like you said, I joined Meadowbrook at a year when we really wasn't prominent. So even in my neighborhood and just everybody with the KC and the JC and the Calabar connection, enough ribbon over the years. So it's like finally, my school hit the map. You know what I'm saying?
You have something for brag about. Yeah, bragging.
It was. I mean, I really wasn't, like Eddie can tell you, I really wasn't a braggadocious kind of rub it like Pepe. Pepe personality is like, you gonna make it know. So yeah, it was, for me, it was a good thing when, he come home humble. You understand?
Yeah.
But it was always a good feeling, man. Anything that Meadowbrook did, man, just even today, man, I'm telling you, whether it be school challenge quiz or netball or money, whatever, man.
Yeah.
I was just that loyal to Meadowbrook. So yeah, I mean that particular game, yeah, enough respect for the team and enough celebration.
So you, Eddie, personally, you play on a winning team now. After what that make you feel? What you remember after we get the last wicket? You remember we get the last wicket, Eddie? You remember who take that catch?
I don't really remember.
I tell you, I know that you remember. The ball lick up in the air and guess who under the catch? And everybody mouth, I wonder if the catcher got take it. Remember Byron, little big man?
Oh, little big man, Byron did play too?
Yeah, man.
Byron did play. When Byron used to go up on the team then, Angela.
Byron used to bat a little and it's like him could have feel a little. Byron, they get the game at Timan.
Oh, Byron did get Timan game?
Yeah. Byron get Timan game, yeah.
Byron was something else, man.
Yeah, man. Huh? Byron, you remember him, I know. He might come up, guy. Come talk about Piggy later on, too, yeah. Like a big man. Big time baller, but he was a part of. And that was the beauty about the cricket team then, Eddie. It's a whole heap of man who play on the team.
Yeah, man, Byron was something else, man, with him mouth,
Yeah,
Byron.
Exactly. That's what I talk about, man, exactly. So, where you remember now after our win?
I remember you must have got JBC.
Man, I talk about that and we can't find an interview there. So, I remember about that. Because I know me up at JBC, though. My old man work at JBC at the time,
Yeah, man, everybody know about with them time now, man.
Enough Gleaner and Star coverage.
Yeah, man, and Daily News. Not Daily News, Children's One.
Yeah, man, we can big them time,
Yeah, man, you feel good. You take up the paper and see a picture and you say, Meadowbrook make history, and you see a picture in the paper.
And when you go school and then call you up in an auditorium for everybody.
Everybody see, celebrate it today. That was that wonderful feeling, man.
Man, that them time it was a real wonderful thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Please, then say, boy, I will do something good for the school, you remember?
Yeah. So after we win that year, and the next year come back at school, I think so we could have repeat and because I may ask you first, Chris, because you were a part of the 83 team there. And you come in now, after we win after the year now, we come in a mentality thinking so we can repeat?
Well, to be honest with you, it's enough of the old boys was gone that year. I remember that. That was the year the year before that people repeat. And so, some of the 81 squad was, held over 82. But after 82, enough of the old boys.
It's like a rebuilding thing, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So we was but we had a continuity with the younger crew, and then he had to start adding on some new, fresh names. Whether or not we could have win, it's one of them things where we weren't a dynasty then. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It was the first time, and so nobody really, we were grateful for that. And quite frank, to be honest with you, nobody really expected it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what I mean. Man, I think it's like it was a fluke, a flash in the pan, and I said, Meadowbrook lucky for winning one time. But yeah. So,
the expectation really wasn't there. But, we who practiced, because remember, Dred used to give us enough practice game. We used to go country, we used to play all kinds of school.
Everything cup, minor cup. Remember that, Chris? Remember that?
And he used to diversify with the practice game, like Eddie said. No, it wasn't the starting 11. You could never tell who was going to be on the starting 11. Give everybody a chance, because it's almost like he was casting a wide net to see what other talent he can draw from. You know what I'm
saying? And that to me was the strength and the magic of Mr. Year,
Yeah.
Because he would have bring in Eddie, same play from third farm, and then when after the year gone, him still had the same thing. I bring in a whole heap of man. And then I play a whole heap of cricket. So every week is, I guess, Chris, is a different 11 you might say, or a different 5 or 6 man on the teams. Everybody I get a chance for showcase skill. And that's why I end up winning so much after that, Because so much man I play and so much cricket I play. And I did play them cricket there too. Even though I leave school, I play Evelyn Cup. Eddie, you remember that? Evelyn Cup, Minor Cup, every Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, battlefield. We play match on a Doing Park, we play match on a Max.
Yes.
All over we play match every Saturday and Sunday, man.
Oh yeah, we used to go down and Doing Park.
Well, we are said it. All over. You're right, Chris. I'm glad I bring up that memory there. Every weekend. I like when we come semi-pro cricketers, man. We not get, but we enjoy it, you know. We enjoy the match. I whole heap, you know, because the match, even though we play cup, we not play for losing, you know, but it was so competitive.
Yeah.
It competitive, but fun.
But you see, like for a guy like me, you know, see, guys like you're gonna make the 11 most of the time. A guy like me, the only time I really get that chance for all about is them practice games. Because that's when
them game there,
you know what I'm saying? Nothing's really on the line, and that's when they can really check out your talent.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember the game there, yeah. So you remember any game where you play?
Huh?
You remember any game where you play upon any one of them weekend there?
I can't remember the specifics, but I remember the one game that I remember was Calabar. Eddie, I don't know if that was a Sunlight Cup game or was it a practice. It was a Saturday on a Calabar.
Yeah.
I opened bat and I made one run.
Yeah. The one you did open them time.
Huh?
One you open.
I forget who me was. Was it Cheddar? Was it me?
I believe Cheddar, man, and TC. TC did play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In fact, were you down there that Saturday? I think he was there.
Yeah, man.
I came along the scene. But the point is, you know, a guy like me would give me a chance. Think about it. Think about how important the opening two is. And he would give me the bat and he would go, hey, get out there and open. You know what I'm saying?
And decide to drill and get a bat. Yeah.
Right. The rest was up to me for go out there and deliver. You know, but like I said, you know, the point is he gave you the opportunity and you knew he was a fair guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was the word, man. That's all you wanted was a chance. And you might give you a chance. Yeah, man. That's
right.
That's what I remember about that, man. I respect that so much.
Right.
So, Eddie, what you remember about that year, the 83 team, before we come up to the next winning team, 84?
The 83 team was like a rebuilding, you know? Then you start getting Fierce, Banks,
Minot, Reese.
And Reese, you know? And Cheddar was still there. Who else was there? It was like
Cheddar did gone to Arden the year, no? Cheddar repeat fifth farmer Arden. So Cheddar never did over 83.
Cheddar never played, yeah, man.
Cheddar came back 84. Cheddar missed 1 year Meadowbrook, man.
Oh, it was 84, yeah.
Yeah?
Cheddar missed 1 year Meadowbrook, Eddie. So him come back. Yeah.
But me know him did play the 84 finals.
Yeah, man, play 84, man. I'll come up to that. Because that really,
Calabar catch up on a bad day, man, because I believe it was the semi-finals them beat with on
83 I talk about.
Yeah, Calabar catch up and beat with. And Hitchy, you remember Hitchy was there too.
Hitchy Berg, yeah.
And Hitchy was a ball in them time. Calabar make almost 250 against women in all them semi-finals, and we couldn't get back, you know?
Yeah.
Marston was captain them time too.
Yeah, Marston and captain the team then. Marston and Curtis, if I use it, maybe Curtis.
Curtis was there?
Yeah, man, Curtis is there at 83. I think Curtis captain the team 83, man. Curtis
1 year after.
Yeah, 1 year after I leave, Curtis was in the upper six, and the captain of the team. Curtis, good say the dead.
Yeah?
Peak, I don't think Piggy was there. When Goose come up on this, me ask Goose, but Cheddar wasn't there that me know, because Cheddar never did 83. And I go Arden. I think Goose was up on a team. And Curtis, I think, captain that team there. I not quite remember, because I never did it, I'm there at school, I'm up on the road at hustle, so I not quite.
Remember when you used to live around Patrick City and your bus used to run from Crossroad to...
They look up mini bus, 37, you remember I tell you?
Yeah, man, remember a lot of them. You used to live right around Patrick City.
Yes, I remember Eddie, yeah. You used to drive the bus, yeah. I used to carry to go some of the match them too. Because they read up the contract there for me get the contract for come carrying to go school, carrying to go some of the match them. You remember, I wish you remember, I stayed on the bus broke down. You did that part of that team there?
I did the 84, man.
Yeah, the 84.
Chris, you did down there too?
Yeah, no, all those stats.
You know, when the bus broke down, you didn't have the bus tonight?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that, Chris?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. What do you remember about that before talk about it? Because that before, that after we win, or is a practice match before the season start?
It was a practice match.
All
It
right.
was a practice match. I think it was holiday time too. It wasn't that weekend. It was a holiday time. Remember?
Yeah, man, like the summer maybe or something like that.
Yeah,
It
summer
was,
match.
or Christmas or something, or Easter. Yeah. It wasn't a regular match, yeah. So,
It was them.
what do you remember about that match? Well, that trip there then. Come never know say the 200 up on that trip there. When the bus
We did that. But
It was a nice trip just to get away and go at the countryside, go enjoy.
and I think the match it wash out, the pitch it wet.
Yeah, because it was down a Hall Park, and it was a nice ground,
Yeah, man, now yeah, some man.
Nice feel and everything.
And the man, give us some nice food on the them country match. Some nice plate food.
Man, nice. The atmosphere was right, man,
Yeah.
But as you say, I believe the game did wash out.
Yeah, man, the game wash out, the pitch it
them
wet.
them still feed me like jelly.
But we used to go play some good game down at Clarendon College.
Yeah, man, remember that, man. I never PS bowler named Dennis, yeah.
Yeah, man. See one, man. But remember the day, man, we go down, they go play for one wet wicket. Me and Mast and them was there, Cheddar was there.
Yeah, remember that, man. Me can't go that much on a Chapelton, yeah.
The younger people, them was there. Reese was there too,
On a wet wicket, on a Clarendon. A practice match again. Yeah.
I believe the match they end up dry,
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, what you remember about the sets match, the sets game? I never have no say upon that trip there.
Yeah, I made that on the trip. To be honest with you, did the game even play? Or we started and it never finished.
I did the game even start, because the pitch was so wet. The pitch was so wet when we go there.
Yeah,
we get some nice food.
Yeah, so I mean, considering that, there's not a whole lot to remember because.
No, more than I said the bus broke down night. I want to sleep at Williamsfield and that's.
But I don't remember that. I don't.
Cool, man.
I don't know if Eddie, you travel on the bus?
Yeah, man. They up on the bus, man. The place is cold the night, huh?
You were man of all the school they had the coldest part of Jamaica to go broke down in the night and cold ground was the bed last night today. I remember that, man.
It never bad because we come out and walk up and down. We are boy them time.
Yeah.
Walk around and see things. So, and Mr. Cheddar. I believe Mr. Cheddar did drive.
Mr. Cheddar drive, but him never left food, Even the bus broke down. And that's yeah.
Margaret, they down there too.
Yeah. Nobody never left the bus at all, man. Like say, man, I leave. I went to find out when I drive. I think I the man we get a ride. Everybody get a ride for come home or something like. I forget. Or me to get the bus to come up at town. If I drive or record the character or a man will drive me.
I don't remember.
But that was something else. I just say when I play cricket, but you remember the experience and the bonding is like it was a good vibes.
But see, for me, I can't remember spending the night. So somehow I came back to Kingston. The details I can't tell you, but I never did spend the night. I can tell you that.
Remember. They don't.
Yeah, the place it's a cold night today. I remember that.
Can't forget the Union, man. With
Doe, the great Doe.
Yeah, with the Union with Mr. Cheddar.
Mr. Cheddar. Yeah, Mr. Bell Nevis. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Them was the driving force behind the thing, So remember, Jelly, them man, them never every game them was, man.
Yeah, man, them not left out. Jelly.
Man out at Red Hills Road, they were used to help with the food.
Oh, Mr. Stewart in the name. I want to remember them.
Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips. What is the supermarket the name? Right in front of Purity.
Yeah,
Harald Supermarket or something like that.
Harald Supermarket, yeah.
Yeah, man, I want to remind you about that, man. When they provide the rice and the food and I saw the food that I cook food to make sure you get a solid food. Yeah, I remember that today.
Never forget the things,
Can't forget that today.
Never forget.
So, all right, so we'll move on a little now because we'll come up to the 84 now. I'm in a quite remember 84 season because I'm in a day. What do you remember the most about 84 season? Chris, you go ahead first.
Well, like I said, for me, 84 is when I got disenfranchised. So Not a lot of members. No, really. The dread was, like you said, a disciplinarian, and there were certain things that I wasn't doing, or that I was doing that he disapproved of. So, that's when I was there, but really wasn't. There's friction between me and the dread. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you not perform. You stray, you smoke a cigarette, you do this.
Say now perform, but if he not do right, I'm say here now.
Yeah, I say me.
Right.
Yeah. If I'm not stay disciplined, I'm not make the team.
Right.
I'll go with Mr. Here now, go work with him like that.
In fact, I remember, Eddie, I don't know if you remember this. When I had to turn my boots back in, I'm a white. Remember?
Yeah?
Yeah, I had to turn my stuff back in, man. So it cut me off. So, but again, at the time, like I said, at the time as a youth, I was into stuff that I shouldn't be into anyways. You know what I'm saying? I was hit more than just grave near.
Yeah.
I know them. Remember, Chris, me know everything, brother. Remember?
You're straight in a certain way. And the drill that's right. You can't. We don't want you part of this team at all. And you say, right. I say me.
Remember everything, Chris, man. Remember, I don't know, you used to up and down, Kurt Campbell, man.
Kurt Campbell and TC. Yeah, man. And boom. Every time Ricketts.
Yeah.
But so that's what happened to me that year, Jelly. I mean, I went astray, and rightfully so. I mean, he kind of cut me loose because, you know what I'm saying? So, but I was always there. I remember 84 Sabina Park. Again, misbehaving because they had a bar at Sabina Park in the stands, and Eddie was out there taking wickets, man. How much wickets did you take 84, Eddie?
I believe me to get about 2 wickets in that finals.
Yeah, man,
but you got like the first 2 wickets?
Yeah.
And the spin ball of them, they do the damage.
But you had the breakthrough. Did you get like the first couple of wickets or something like that?
Yeah, me to get early breakthrough,
Right.
But
so
them they kind of tuck in and win at the middle there, and boy, it did start get troublesome, you remember?
Right.
Well, come on that day. But but finish up, Chris. You talk about what happened to you at buying the year.
Yeah, so like I said, I was in the stand with my Johnny Walker and as a youth, yeah, man. And I remember when Eddie got the breakthrough wicket, and it's like, I'm not here celebrating. But yeah, it was, again, I mean, even though I was distracted, I just had fun still in the atmosphere. The teachers in the stand. I think you were in the stand.
Yeah,
you
man.
Yeah. I remember the old boys came back and, enough teacher. And it was, in fact, it was an awesome experience, man.
Yeah, I want to tell you, say, middle of the first year, but I never think we're going to win. When Mrs. Calabar, the 90 had for 4.
Yeah, man.
I want 100 for win.
Remember the night when we go home, man, everybody said we lose the game the night. You remember, Jelly?
I never come match today, Eddie. I never even throw up the match in the camera, so you can't win.
I tell you, we go there and we put on some spin bowling and put every man round the man them back the day, man.
Yeah, man.
I must see 3 more runs them. You remember?
Yeah, man, we bowled them off for 96, Eddie.
Yeah, man. He banks and something. They bowl them
and McDonald and Dirk.
Yeah, and Dirk. Bowl them out, brother. Because them 3 man, there was some good spin bowler, man. But with a reasonable team them time, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we did bad in the finals, trust me,
Yeah, so we just make 100. The man who bat good or the wicked is wet or what?
We just bad, man. We just bad, man. And I believe you see that match there, I'll know me no say then thief me out because Perry did a ball and me prod forward and me sure the ball touched my pads. It never touched the bat.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a piggy when him did hand at the bat, but him collect the ball and appeal and the umpire give out. Yeah. I couldn't do nothing still, but me sure that day them I tell you say a thief then. And I believe at the time they come back and say to me after a while, say no.
No, say the part of the ball. You mean long after I left school?
Yeah, after I left school. Anytime I go to Jamaica, I go look for them because you man face them and play cricket and play with face them right now.
Yeah, enough man. And that me love now. The vibe nice, same way that the man them play together like say, I know nothing. Cause man, Meadowbrook and KC man play together. I love that. From here.
Well, one go down they go look for the man, them man. Just I forget serious one of them there and get away, you know?
Yeah. So when we make the 100, may I ask you first and then may I ask Chris. At any time at all, the next one when you come on a bowl, you think so we could have win?
Yeah, man, because me I say Calabar, we now make Calabar beat we, brother. You know?
Yeah, so how you feel after we take the last week is I'm bowl them out? How you did feel at the first Saturday, Serati?
People say it was a joy, brother. Me I say it was a hard victory, but you know we win. Because them time they Perry him a big star and him a go on like, you know?
My big thing, yeah.
So, you know, and Calabar, them did hold for in a jelly.
Yeah, man, because them, I take revenge from them, because them I say, we shouldn't win before them and all that thing.
And them was so quiet today, man. It was so quiet today, you know?
Come on, celebrate before the game, before.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, Chris, you did the match next morning?
The 8-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But you have only for faith, Chris, because you end up saying things so we could have win, or you just say, boy, you just go, let's see what I want.
No, to be honest with you, I didn't. Again, I was a fanatic about Meadowbrook at that point. At that point in the game, we were a dominant force in cricket. And so the expectation, to be honest with you, was to win. And Calabar never really had a good squad, a strong, like usually how they had over the years. That squad that they showed up with at Sabina, really, we had a much better team. So I didn't expect anything other than a victory. And then with the lowest score, like you said, 100, I mean, that was nothing for us to win.
You still think they can win? Yeah. You don't know more the cricket than me at that time, because I never follow the cricket so closely like you. I got most of the match and all them with it. So Eddie, but me have to wonder something then. In a 84, when you start play, when you think say you first, Chris, you think say we could repeat and win again?
Yeah, man, because we did have a good team and we start dominate and bowl out some man for some lower score. Because them time them the man them fear me and Ichi, man. You remember them days?
Yeah, man, right? Man, teacher make man dance, yeah.
And them time they them fear me and Ichi, man. So we say and I believe who we did run up on again. I believe we did run up on Tivoli again in our tapping cup match,
Yeah.
On a bottom field. And the same year we did win tapping cup too.
Yeah, we win tapping cup that year, I think too. I think we win tapping cup that year.
We win tapping cup when Mr. Year bench.
Marston, yes.
And the same year we beat Stats.
Yeah, man, I think so. Marston talked about that on the program earlier. Man. Yeah.
Children that game they did play,
Yeah. We win tapping cup. I took a 2-time win tapping cup, and that is the first time. Yeah. I remember that, Eddie.
I remember I win 2 Sunlight and 1 tapping.
We recently win tapping cup again with when him captain team 86. So yeah. So Chris, yes, you're part of you're around the team. You make yourself unavailable because of your behavior. But did you think so we could repeat?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you have to understand, because I was such an intricate part of the team, training with them, practice match, and all of the games that led up to that. I think on one of your podcasts, I hear somebody say that we have a can-do attitude. That's one of the things that the dread develop in us, It's more than just a game of cricket, Because like you said, we were underdogs, and then we start going up against these big names. And so now, by the time 84 roll around, and all of you all of you legacy guys gone, and the younger names like Itchy Burke and Marston and Eddie and Reese, and I mean those guys became legend in their own rights. You know what I'm saying? Those guys. I mean Eddie at that time was starting to develop. I mean he was the boy could have bounced it, could have taken 5 wickets, and same thing with with our spinners. You know what I'm saying? There was no doubt in my mind, because that's the way I went into it. And I'm quite sure even, a lot of the teachers, Becky and Red Dread and all of them, they didn't expect us to lose, Dread. So, I mean, I don't know if anybody on the team had that kind of doubt. I doubt that anybody had that doubt, because it wasn't any one standout superstar. I think it was a collective effort as a team.
Yeah, all that team, my team and the 84 team there, Meadowbrook never have no star per se, man. The team was the key, man. You said that right, Chris.
Right. So I think collectively we went in to win. Regardless of how the game played out, Dread. we was never going to lose. Is what even if it's going to be the bottom out of batsman to save the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like you said, the spin bowler needs to step up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for that particular 84 game, I didn't expect a loss.
Yeah, but you mentioned something earlier, and the Dread have a name for it earlier when we just started captaining the team, I mean, if Eddie, I gotta remember this, the Dread called it killer instinct, And what I mean by that, it's like, before we win, in 82, Meadowbrook did have, my mother said them have a soft belly or a soft underbelly. Them a play and them a wobble. Them book up on certain school and feel say them school are better than them. It's until you develop the killer instinct, and that's why I'm like Piggy. I have to rate him and respect him. Because I'm coming out of the squad, and a certain toughness about him is like, no boy, I'm not supposed to beat me. You follow me? I said it. And then him alone, and a man coming out of the squad to goosey and all them, like I said, no, you're not taking a check from the boy. And the killer instinct they develop, and it never leave the squad at all, Chris. That's what that carry that, and that you talk about when you say and not even the players them alone, because you not in the player. And you feel say you can't win.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something interesting, because that just being exposed to that killer instinct really carried me through life. I can sit back here right now. I'm 56, and I can tell you, like right now, I have a look at things, Star. Where if I go into something, and let's say I'm doing an interview or something turned out great. To myself in my own mind, I click my tongue. I don't know if you know what that means. That's the letter coming off the willow. It's like what the American call hitting the ball out the park. For me, it's an on drive, Star, straight down the field, boom.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that whole spirit that we got from the team. I mean, we had some of those. All right, it's no secret Pepe's personality. We had some of that on the right. Gary Sims was the same way. Gary Sims was that aggressive, cocky dude. You give him the bat, you can't tell him say not gonna make a 100.
No, right. Yeah.
You can't tell him say not gonna lick some six.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, when you have guys like that out there, you draw from that, man, and it inspire you. And so, it's more than cricket for me. It got me through life, Dread.
No, you see I talk about, you're right. You're right, Chris. You see I talk about Gary Sims. Last time I talked to Mr. Bell Nevis, Jerry. And I said to me, Sims, I don't want the batsman ever see, a fast bowler beamer to him, And Sims that try to lick it back over and make for six. Nobody a man bowler beamer to a man, But that was the audaciousness of Sims, And that was the mentality. I'm glad they bring up him name, because he was a man, him feeling at the goalie. And when him a bat, him not feels, him just feels him better than everybody, man. And the attitude there, it permeates throughout the team, man. It's like he might have made a whole heap of runs today, but if you make a 20 or a 30, he might demoralize the other ball of them. You're right, Chris.
He come in like Jano in the 84 thing.
Yeah.
Jano is a man from Jano. Jano give few good cut shot,
Yeah, man.
And always start the ball rolling. You remember?
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, man.
You remember Jano, Chris?
Yeah, man.
Jano never afraid of cracking. Remember, forget what about it. Jano cracking about Jano and Jano youth. And Jano who cracking over water commission.
You're serious?
No, you see that. Hold on, now, I tell you this, Eddie. That's the thing when I love when I leave, I'm going to see the youth them like when they come on now. I'm calling the youth all the way a big man, Because the younger than me, I'm going to see the man them come on and play such confidence and aggression. I love that, because in a sense, it transfers throughout the whole school, You walk with your head, your shoulder lift up, and you just feel, say, you're better than, and not feel, say, say, you can't compete and win in anything you take on.
Man, that was a fighting spirit in the school, man.
And just like Chris say, you take it on personally, throughout your life. Because I can't do it, Chris. It's like anywhere I go in, I say, I can't do this. I know nothing for this for me, though. Exactly.
But even though, even like a man like Eddie, it may not have been audacious to the word you use. It may not be like a Sims or a Pepe personality, but he had that quiet confidence where there's an expectation. Eddie was our leading fast bowler. And so everybody expected him to perform. And then he always did deliver, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same for, even Chris Cheddar. He was a slow, I think he was come one down.
Yeah,
I don't know
if Chris much is about.
But he will go out there and hold the wicket in a star. But, I mean, and 2 and 3 man will leave him at the wicket. And he's not making a whole lot of runs. But the point is, that quiet confidence too, you know what I'm saying? It's not the outspoken confidence alone, it was just confidence all around,
No, man, Cheddar make some runs, man. I think Cheddar probably the only man make 100. Cheddar, yeah. Few in a sunlight, I think so. It might maybe Banks, one of the Banks, I think so.
Yeah, correct. It bad to man. I never play much with him. I believe I one season I play with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was real good, man. After me leaving here, he was real good, you know?
No.
He been playing again before finals.
Yeah, they play on 80-40. Man, I come up to our next game, you know, but more asking a question before we come to the Sparling Cup match, you know, because that was a memorable match too. A man talk about it, but more a funny perspective of it from the dead. I know it's Eddie, I know if Chris must have been there, because I'm a father of cricket too. But let me ask you something, between the 84 and the 82 finals, we win 2 finals in 2 years, in 3 years. Well, in 2 years, 82, 84, and within 2 years we win again. Which one was more significant to you and why?
The first finals, the first.
And why that is, Eddie?
Because, man, nobody never expect us to do them things at that time, you know, Jelly. We start beat up big school now, you know? So now everybody did start know, so we dip on the map now, so them can't take us lightly. You remember, you realize what I said, Jerry?
I mean, if you remember what I said, I said Chris mentioned something earlier, you know, and I said, even though you never, you know, brother, you know, say like Sims, the next one, where I bring up your chest. But let me tell you something, Chris. It's once Eddie have the ball and him can't bowl and answer this himself, you know. There's no man Eddie have ball to him things say him can't bowl, you know, him can't get out, you know. And that, to me, epitomizes throughout the team, them, you know, not just our team, you know, my team, you know. When we get Eddie the ball, you know, it's not like Eddie I think say him can't bowl the man, him can't get out the man. Eddie no say him can't get out the man, and him a ball forget him out. And that to me was a reflection through the whole thing, man. You talk about confidence, quiet confidence. You know, feels in a body better, man. It's a big difference, Chris. It's a big difference.
Yeah, man.
So, but Chris, which finals did mean more to you or more significant to you? We win 2 cup in 2 years now. Which one meant more to you?
Well, the 84, like I said, I got cut. So, I mean, you know, emotional disappointment in myself. So, and that was just a me thing. So my state of mind at the time. But the 82, you know, we're emotionally, I wasn't really attached to the team. I wasn't even a part of it. It was a celebration for the whole school. I mean, just to see the mixture of old boys and younger boys. And we get to the mecca of West Indian cricket, Sabina. I beat up one of our rivals. You know what I'm saying? That was big.
Yeah,
big.
That's another thing. Don't even mention that is true. The fact say our arch rivals from Redders Road, because I would think so we come from Redders Road too. But our closest high school to we, and them bigger than we, more dominant than we, any other sport, they run longer than we, and we beat them up 2 times. That was a sweet thing, man. That was sweet, Chris. That is. Because, like you, my friend who go Calabar, well, live on the road with me. Just beside me, you know. So me go home and me win, you know, how much time was like, I shut them up, you know, Chris and Eddie. If I said to you, you said, no, at time when you don't talk, you know, we win up this.
Yeah, man, because them feel them and Casey and them school judges.
Yeah, man, them feel say we not involved with them at all, but yeah.
It's like Meadowbrook, you know, because when we just go at Meadowbrook, you know, brother, it's like, we no hope there, Jelly. We just start. It's like we just start developing.
Yeah. No. We never reach us already. We never reach us at all. We never even think so.
Everybody used to beat way up back in the them days. In Jelly.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So hold on. I'm asking about the Sparling Cup finals of 1984.
Yeah.
Eddie, you didn't play. Chris, was you at that match?
I can't remember. I was even not that much, to be honest with you.
Said left and gone now.
Probably gone foreign already, Chris, maybe, because Sparling Cup play a little later.
Yeah, later on, though.
Eddie, you didn't play for that match, You didn't play in that match,
Yeah, man, we didn't play, but guess what now, Jelly? That team that with them man they did have, brother. Them man they did too good. They too good. It's like a national team we did have play now.
But Eddie, we carried them to 1 round and beat you by 1 wicket.
I saw it come, man. And guess what? Mr. the man them have some man named Meetle. When you look on the man them, is like a some giant. You remember them man them? Some man named La. I don't know where they get them the big man from, you know, brother.
Yeah. Like a professional cricketer, Eddie.
Jesus Christ, man, me I tell you, man. Eh?
Eddie, you have to mention to Jelly. Remember the year when you get tried out for West Indies youth? They call you tryouts.
Jamaica youth.
Jamaica youth. Sorry,
Jamaica youth. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Prince tracking that, but that's something you got to talk about, man.
Yeah, talk about that, Eddie. We get called for Jamaica youth team, and them give me the scoreboard. Them give me the scorebook. But them get a chance to go watch Eddie.
You know the real Meadowbrook thing, man. You know I said them time as Tets and Casey and them man they run the thing because you did have man like Dempster and the whole of States man them. But some they go at the trials, but you know in reality, you're not going to make it. You know what I said, the whole Meadowbrook thing, if you would come from a big name school, would I get game? You know what I talk about?
You ball for ball, Eddie?
Yeah, man, me used to bowl in that. Them time Len Chambers was there.
Yeah. Vijay, yeah.
And me used to go with them, like when them go practice games at St. Mary, me used to go and score with them, same way, you know?
Them give a chance to perform it. I see the rich with the man.
But you know the real thing, man. You know it.
Even which goosey, every man come on here, McDonald talk about it and them come on and tell him sorry to see him get called and it's like them give a raw deal in Eddie. I mean I use it for call them out, you know, because when you think about say a 3 time win Sunlight in a 4 years and 2 tapping cup and them name give a chance to perform.
No man, then
it's that disgrace. It's like I call it out Eddie, I'm not afraid for call it out. That disgrace. I mean I go course like I'm in a course on the cricket field. It's that disgrace.
You know the thing go back then in them.
Yeah. And that just show you how good we was, you know, what we're doing, you know, because we do it despite them, you know. I can imagine, I mean, I'm not going further. We know, say, so what you remember about the sets final, did it? You just know, say, some big man you play like some professional cricketer.
Some big man, and we make like 100 still, but I tell you, we put pressure.
Yeah.
We put pressure, the spin bowling, man, we put pressure upon them, pressure. And it's just nervousness, man, when Dirk have the ball. Because we should have win the game in a while.
And that me here, Eddie, and Dirk come up from talking sore about that, you know, because the time here when that think about it, and we not hold on against him, you know, because
I just saw it go, man. We do well, man.
It's like, you know, say,
it's like we...
Yeah, go ahead, Eddie, sorry.
It's like we did win the game still, you know, the way how me feel the day, you know, brother.
Well, that's how me feel, you know. That's how me feel about that game then, Eddie, and restart about it and them come on earlier, you know. So that game, I like, we win the game, you know, even though we never win, you know, because we take the great stats. We win much 100, was it 14, 15 times and win Sparling Cup.
Yeah, man.
And take them to the wire with a little team where I'm on them not give a chance to play West Indies cricket or Jamaica cricket, and we take them on. And almost beat them. Almost beat them, Eddie.
I just nervousness.
Yeah, man, and that even a big score to make, yeah.
The 2 man, them in the make like the wicked stand up, in a brother. I saw it go still. I just saw it go. I never really feel no way, as me say, you know. We did well the day, man, you know.
Yeah. All right, I'm asking you some other question, you know. We could just move on, because I know Eddie say he want to go sleep early, because I have work myself at tomorrow morning. So, but me now, you can't know what time you clear it, but me now, I don't mind because the conversation will flow. Eddie first and then you, Chris. What the most embarrassing moment you remember? I go Meadowbrook and look back with a smile. It can be cricket, it can be in the classroom, anyway. The most embarrassing moment you remember with a smile?
When we used to hide round at the back of the wall, the man and Spanner used to come round there and we have to run, you know?
Which wall that? Towards
the what dump on when Mr. Tab.
Oh, Mr. Tab, wow, I remember that.
Them there, yeah.
So when Spanner, so how no Spanner come, we have to take foot.
People, you always have somebody and watch, man.
I look out.
Take over self, but that to me was one, you know?
Yeah. How about you, Chris? The most embarrassing moment you remember? With a smile, I look back, you know.
I got one from me, but I got to tell you about this. Eddie, every time we come down the classroom and you jump off of the step and lick your head and drop straight by your back. You remember that?
Believer. Remember that something there. I go down in there, down where the water cooler is.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't stop laughing because I was red. But anyways, so I just wanted to bring that up, Eddie, because that's vivid in the back of my mind, man. But as brethren, and Eddie never vexed. We just I'm telling you, man, the camaraderie that we had, man, that the posse that we had, man, it was just like, oof. Anyways, for me, when my grandmother died, and I remember I come to class the morning. I don't know if he was at school, Eddie, Horace Moore and all of them. And anyways, so she died the night before, and the next morning I had to come to school. And it's like I walk into the classroom and everybody could have picked up on it. Anyways, the support that I got from the class, it's a really embarrassing moment, but it's a memorable moment that I want to plug in there. And the class showed up to Dovecot. The class came over to my house. The entire class, Dred. So, you know, like I said, she raised me, so she's kind of like my mother. So when I lost her, I just remember everybody. Eddie knew her. Eddie had a close relationship with her.
Miss me was.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Remember, we used to go in at the backyard and play cricket. You know, you remember them days, Chris?
Yeah, man.
So that support did surprise you, Chris?
No, that support, I'm never, again, as youth, you not really think about stuff like that, but for the rest of my life,
it touched you a certain way, yes, boy. Your classmate, remember that your grandmother, some of that, them come show up and support you a certain way. The lady will grow you.
Yeah. Everybody remember it. And everybody show up. I mean, green and blue. I never know they was going to show up. Green and blue and khaki all over the funeral place. So it's like, yeah. You know, yeah, and you know, like I said, me and a man like Eddie. I used to go to Eddie yard and eat bulla and pear. We used to play cricket in the backyard. I mean, it's all the memories, Star. And I'll tell you this: I share this with you, right? All the memory man probably laugh at me when they hear this crap. Up until this day, you know, when you have a secret password, you know, when you go out there online, you have an account. And they had some secret question. You have to put the answer in there. One of my secret password is, "Who is your best friend?" And it's always Clive.
Yeah.
From day one, you know, Dred. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess what I'm saying to you is, when I started in First Farm, guys like you, right? Because I remember your brother Patrick Prince and all the big boys. We used to look up to the big boys, you know, whether it be man in our sunlight.
Remember when you used to play a man in called Patrick down at Bottom Field?
Yeah.
Patrick, and who used to play a man in cup then time?
Remember Dragon?
Yeah, Dragon.
Yeah.
And Johnny Pecker.
Johnny Pecker,
Yeah,
come on.
Johnny Pecker.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Tony Reynolds and the man there. Yeah.
Tony Reynolds.
Yeah.
The point I was trying to make is, though, this, and then I'm going to shut up, is this. That when we come on as First Farmers, we used to look up to y'all, you know. Y'all was big names. We used to come watching y'all play in the Dread. But then when, you know, so you guys were our heroes and really inspire us to want to be like you all. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, whenever, so me being a part of the Sunlight, the 82 and the 84 Sunlight Cup team, my heroes were my friends. In other words, my peers became my heroes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
So man like Eddie and Michael Hall and, you know, Sims
Sims. Yeah.
Kevin Reese, forever, man. I mean, that's forever. So even though we go our separate ways and we don't stay in touch all the time, but the memories of these people, man, will follow you to your grave, man.
Yeah, man, that's what I mean. Your friends become your heroes. I never think that go up not all. Yeah. Man, when you play with them and go to school, it become big time name and a big time thing for them school. And you're right. You never forget that the truth, Chris.
Remember Marston and them man too, you know, man.
Yeah. All right, I'm asking another question then. What the best, Eddie, you first, what the best learning experience you get from Meadowbrook?
But it learn you to be a person, to be what you is, and to follow up anything you want in a life. Go for it, brother. Yeah, man, it learn you, Mr. Here, learn me that things. Just any goal you want, go towards it, you know? Don't look back. And it is a discipline. Learn your discipline. Without discipline, you can't make it in a life. Just, you know, that's one of the main things we take away from that.
Same, let's pull you one side of there and tell like a secret that him not tell nobody else. It's a year.
No, but me and him always close, you know?
Yeah. No, I drop me a bit, man. I know. Because I'm not going to do that, man. I know that. I drop me. And Chris, what the best learning experience you take from Meadowbrook?
Well, a couple of things. The discipline thing, like Eddie just said, with the, you know, me as a youth, probably should have never been doing some of the stuff. And it kind of restrict me from, you know, from achieving things. And so when I look back, that kind of, you know, you know what I'm saying? You got to make the right decisions. But one of the biggest things that I learned from Meadowbrook really is this. You know, whether a pass come an entrance or somebody come recruit you or whatever, people from all different, they look at the faculty back in our days, black, white, Chinese, everybody, right? People from all walks of life. Now, y'all talk about the union and the cheddar and the Reese's and the family, the parents who come out and support. Not all of us had that in a dread, but all of us drew from that experience. You understand? So I didn't have a mom and dad that showed up and cheered me on in the crowd. You understand me? But I was exposed to that.
I see me.
And so it's almost like they were there supporting me too.
Like,
you get what I'm saying?
It's like your mother and father upon the sideline and support you.
That's right.
Yeah. I say me, Mr. Reese, Kevin father they every month, you know, Cheddar father they every month, you know. Yes.
So they don't realize it, and I hope they listen to this podcast because they were there for people like me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I drew from that.
That's what I mean. I say exactly what I mean, Chris.
Yeah.
I say exactly what I mean. The support from beyond the boundary, as me call it, it was so significant to you. It's like your parents never show up at the match. And mine never show up at the match, and not because them never debut for me, but them never interested in them thing there. You follow me? I said to you, but me have my brother I show up at the match, you know. You see me, I said to you, so me have my support on the sideline. Yeah, I hear what I say.
Your brother was always there, man. Never forget your big brother.
Yeah, man. Patrick. Yeah, man. He always there support all of the match I made it. Every one of the match, man. I can't forget that either. Everyone, it's like him there play too. So I understand what you say, Chris. I understand what you say. So, all right, Eddie, next question now. What life lesson you learned from Meadowbrook you pass on to your friends and your family?
Life lesson is to be a disciplined person in whatever you're doing in your life. That's one of the main things I achieved when I go to that school, Meadowbrook. And as what Chris said, everybody was at Meadowbrook, and you learn from everybody. Everybody, you have a little experience on everybody at Meadowbrook, you know?
I hear you.
But more than all, it was a discipline, man. The school was a discipline school, you know? So you had to maintain discipline when you're going to that school. And I always carry that with me. Up till now, even at the workplace, anywhere I go, man, I try and maintain discipline. You know, Jelly?
I understand what I said it. But, you know, me or someone talk about, say, the dread was a disciplinarian, and even Chris talk about it. And for me, because of me grew up with my parents in terms of that, and it was like them, it wasn't a strict discipline thing in my household, you know. But guess what my mother and father do more than anything else? Accountability. Anytime I do nothing at all, man, them always ask me the question. Here's the question they ask me. So what you could have done to make it happen different? So you see when the dread and Becky and the money at it, but all me want was a chance, you know. So I understand when I say about discipline, but it never feel like nothing to me because I say I hold myself accountable before nobody, because that's what me learn from my mother and father. For hold yourself accountable for certain. You if something go wrong, and even to them I do that, you know. You ask yourself the question and say, okay, where you can do different? Or what could you have done different to prevent it from happening? And sometimes you can't do nothing, but you ask yourself the question. So instead of me, I blame the other person or the other thing. Because I believe you me. Always, you know. You might not, you don't responsible for what I'm to you sometime, you know. But guess what? You're responsible for what I'm to you tomorrow. I'm moving forward, you know. You're responsible for how you're going to react.
Yeah, you was a person.
Yeah, man, exactly, Eddie, exactly. You might not responsible for your dilemma, but you're responsible for dig yourself out of the dilemma where you're in and for move forward.
When me think about every day, Jelly, me always say me never want to do something stupid and go back to say me sorry. Me always think that, brother. You know, the whole of you get in a life, me always think that. No one go make no stupid mistake, so me always keep focus, brother, you know?
Yeah. So the same question to you, Chris. What life lesson you learn at Meadowbrook you pass on to your friends and family?
Everything, man. Everything that I give much credit. That Meadowbrook was like a family experience for me. But one of the big things that I really learned, and it's a subliminal thing, to be honest with you, until y'all brought it out one of the podcasts, I didn't even realize it. Every time you look upon one of our cricket pitch of the team, you see the big boys in the front, in the back, and the little boys in the front. Talent management. Everybody, I'm telling you, whether it be our own kids or whatever, pass down some of the wisdom, because we, like you said, Eddie, we're older now, but that's one thing that I think missing today, man. I mean, us as Jamaicans, I don't think we give ourselves credit. Every time I see Usain Bolt or you name it, I mean, think about how small our country is. And think about what we produce per capita, Dread. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The first lieutenant governor, black female of Virginia, is a Jamaican. She migrated 83. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you just name all the famous people who come to America and make a contribution from way back in the Marcus Garvey days, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All the way up until now. And so it's just something about us as a people. And I think Meadowbrook really, like Eddie says, I mean, I remember Spanner. When Spanner, like himself, used to run from Spanner. Spanner is a woman in a star. And so stop and think about that. We're America never had a female president. We've had Portia Simpson. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Women in our society, is a matriarchal society. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we respect them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's why they run from Spanner, right? Yeah, right.
Spanner. We never run from Mr. Tharp or anybody else. It was Spanner.
Yeah.
so Spanner was the enforcer, Dread. And even check this out. Even at the cricket pitch of them, when y'all win cups, Spanner is right there taking the picture with y'all, man. I think he was principal at the time.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I learned, man. You respect woman. There's a saying that I heard that says only two things make woman. That's God and only two things make man. That's God and woman. So
I hear you, Chris. I hear you.
But yeah, but that's the whole talent management, and then the whole matriarchal thing. I mean, those are my life lessons from Meadowbrook and friendship.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, Eddie, now hold much longer. I have a couple more questions. Yes. Now, worry yourself. I'm going to make you go sleep because I forgot work early. I'm on myself that too. So don't worry. But me appreciate you staying and complain. Say, right, you promised 90 minutes. But we know the conversation you're going to flow and you're going to love it. The next question, message we have for existing student at Meadowbrook, our future student who are come on, our staff member. We're going to listen to this podcast, maybe today, tomorrow, 10 years' time. What message you tell somebody, we're going to take it up 10 years' time and I say, we are telling about Meadowbrook, say?
Well, always reach for your goal when you go to Meadowbrook. Always do something. When you go to the school, leave with something. Always do something that you can live with in life. Don't go to school and don't do something. Just make sure you do something when you leave. That you can achieve something when you leave the school.
Yeah, man. That was Spanner motto too. You don't come to school for being a furniture. You must do something.
Do something.
The motto that,
make sure when you're leaving school, you're coming out with something. Yeah, Meadowbrook is a good school, brother.
Yeah,
trust me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you, Chris, same question. What message you have for us and the existing student, our teachers, our staff members, our future student, our teachers, our staff member, who are going to listen to this and you're going to say, yeah, man, this is my message from a man who got Meadowbrook in the 1980s. And for a man who are listening 10 years, 15 years down the road, what do I tell them, say?
Well, one of the things that I learned is run your own race. You're not running against, that's not Usain Bolt. When him run, him don't look left or right. You must look at the finish line. So you run your own race. And, you can't measure yourself based on, me and Eddie's lifelong friends. And enough time I used to sit up on the stands and watch him bowl and take wicket and wish I could do that. But I wasn't gifted that way. Mm-hmm. I used to watch you, Jelly, come up with, your little duck leg and you slow spin like you said. But you should take wicket too, right? But I wasn't gifted with that. And so with the Dread as the disciplinarian, when he took away my stuff, Star, it was bigger than you can't play. Mm-hmm. It was you're going down a misguided path. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put some consequences in there. And if you want to come back, the door open. But nonetheless, he's like, hey, we go down to stats and I want you to make some bullet beef. So it found a place for me. So my point is, and I accepted that. As much as I wanted to bat and bowl and all that, that was my place. But
Yeah.
I never envy all the other guys who could, who were star players. I understood where I fit in and why I fit in. So, run your own race and take responsibilities for your actions, Red.
Yeah, man, you're still a part of the organization, same way. It make it be a part, same way, Chris. So I mean. So, it all Meadowbrook allow you to do that, And as the motto say, let your light so shine. And it never say, let Meadowbrook light shine, It say, let your light. That's why I like how you put it, Chris. Run your own race. Run your own race. So the last couple of questions, 2 more food in Eddie, or Chris enough. And a question, it's not even a question, Eddie, but you may ask, any question or topic or story where you'd like to talk about and you say the one Jelly never even asked me that, Anything where you want to talk about, where things you could ask you, I never ask you. Eddie?
Let me see if I can remember. No, Jelly.
Eddie so tired, man.
Yeah, man. That's a wrap up, Eddie's tired now, because the work I beat him, yeah.
So I don't really see you left out nothing where we not really talk about right now at the present moment,
Yeah, man, respect that. I don't know. Anytime I ask man a question, man, see man, so I get an Eddie. It's not like me, I say, because sometimes the man I say, yeah, man, I want to talk.
Maybe sometime after we done this now, I remember.
Hold on, I just said that. That time hold on, when we take Greg, the next man, I call him and say, it's a Jelly. I have some things I could have some leave, man. So, Chris, the same question to you. Any question? Anything where you want to talk about where you say, boy, I know Jelly. The one Jelly never asked me that question. Anything where you think, the floor are yours.
Not really still. I mean, I think you're doing a good job with this. I mean, when I first when I listened to Eddie send it to me, and it's like, whoa, listen to this, man. I'm going to tell you, I was hooked on it. So it's like, this is a good thing, man. And like I say, if you can expand it open to like some of the C-bar guy, even some of the ladies from Meadowbrook. I mean, I don't know if we win netball or whatever, but, we got some ladies from Meadowbrook, man, classmates, girls that we came up with, and they're super achievers in their own rights, and so they have an experience to tell too. So
yeah, man, them come up, man. The floor open for them, man. As soon as they're ready. It's not Chris. Let me just declare it again. It's not for lack of asking that we have more women for the thing, but like I just say them thing at work. I demand them to perform first in 1980 and step out and say, if I put Meadowbrook on the map and we are doing it now again. And they will come eventually, because more women than man go there, and they will step up eventually. I don't doubt that at all. So it's not for lack of trying. It's not for lack of trying, Chris. It's not like me. I come on here, so I say I want to talk about cricket or sports. Anybody welcome, man. Any woman welcome. As a matter of fact, if a woman come tomorrow and says she want to do a thing, I set up a conversation, I'm going to set a time aside for her. You see me as it is, so I understand that. So I look forward to that. As I say, time will tell you that. But the last question for the two of you first, Eddie. What made Meadowbrook magical?
All right, the people and the surrounding.
Expand on that. What do you mean?
All right, the people was at school. They was welcoming to everybody when you go to that school. Everybody feel welcome when you went to Meadowbrook for me.
Mm-hmm. You never feel like I'm on a shun or you feel like I was...
No, never. From day one you go to the school, you feel the teachers, them, everybody, friends, everybody. They was good. Students, everybody, you never have no man a bully, no man, and you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm vouching that already. I just think I become that bigger brother at school and never have to me.
No, man, brother, you never have them things, man. The surrounding, everything was nice, brother. Trust me. Up till when we leave Meadowbrook, never have a problem like that,
You never afraid to come to school. You look forward to come to school.
Nice days,
Yeah. And you, Chris, what made Meadowbrook magical?
Same thing, the people. I mean, even what we're doing right now, I mean, here we, almost 40 years later, and the camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? I remember we used to play at school like Campion College up in the Barbican and JC, but, in a place like Meadowbrook, every youth from every walk of life I mean, people come from all kinds of different backgrounds. Some was some was, better off than others. But at no point in time did anybody, like Eddie says, everybody accept everybody, Dread, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. And nobody had to feel bad about nothing, I remember one morning my shoes bottom drop off and was it Patex or Henkel glue I used to. But the bottom of the shoes that peel off star. But when I walk up in the Meadowbrook, you know what I'm saying? I never felt there was no source of shame. Like for me, when I was the whole 5 years I going through Meadowbrook, things like shame and guilt and feeling outcast, none of that was in my mind, Dread. None of that, man.
No, I understand what you say, Chris. We can vouch for that exactly what you say. You never felt like, no shame, you don't feel no guilt, you don't feel like, say, no man no better than you, no feel say better than no man. It was just a oneness where, it was a magic, Chris. I understand exactly what I say. The people and the surrounding. I don't know what caused it. I'm searching to find the answer in terms of say, what make it so special, but after 5 years, you still say the same thing when most people are say, right? The people and the surrounding and the staff and everybody make you feel welcoming. And the same thing they say. Well, gentlemen, believe it or not, Eddie, a 2 hour there attack, click over 2 hours, you promise you 90 minutes and we brush up a little and take a little extra. Well,
sorry, God.
One play little and the bad light little because so it goes sometime we'll play cricket. So I'm
yeah. You do a great job, brother. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Yes, sir.
Yeah, respect, Eddie. I'm glad you take the time off to come do this, my brother, because it's like a man like you, and Chris, I'm glad when you find the time. And Chris, I appreciate you push me and say, boy, get on Eddie and make him come tell him story, because I appreciate that. That's all I can tell you. Because
Eddie had the greatest cricketer from Meadowbrook, man. We can't have podcasts without him.
No. Okay, but gentlemen, I appreciate this here, sir, and we stay in touch. We'll keep in touch, and this will go out maybe not next weekend, maybe the following weekend this will go. But when you hear it eventually. Right. I'm glad that the two will come on, two are a lifelong friend. I'm glad me here before I get the two on back and Chris, we will try work on Pepe and some other Calabar man to come tell them story the same way. So I look forward.
We'll get Gary Sims on.
Yeah, I'm take him to that too. So we're gonna see how that works. So
and if anybody find TC, send him my way.
Yeah, man, put it out. TC. Calling up Mr. TC, like how Spanner call him up. Call him up Michael Hall. Call him Report for duty. We're ready for you, sir. So all right, Clive, Edwards, Eddie Pyle, the legend himself, and Chris Ferguson, thanks here, sir. I appreciate this. Thank you.
You keep in touch, brother.
Yeah,
all
man.
right.
Yeah, man. I will keep in touch, Chris. We'll keep in touch, Eddie. Cool.
Take it easy, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, man. Thanks. Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories. And remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince.